Hi.
We
We're
did
live.
it.
Welcome.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Dungeons and Dragons Elyssia stream, the only Dungeons and Dragons show blessed by the Pope. I'm your dungeon master, Ethan Landenberger,
That's not true.
and I'm here on Ren Akai 5's Twitch channel with everyone, all my good friends, including this lovely streamer ourselves,
Hello.
Ren Akai 5, Brendan. Say hi, Brendan.
Hi. I play
can't
video
see him.
games.
Yes, he does. He's playing Ace Attorney right now.
Ace Attorney 2.
If you like our
It's real fun.
If you like our Dungeons and Dragons content, we only do it on Monday, but check him out Tuesday through Thursdays as he plays his way through all the Ace Attorney games and
Well,
other video games.
the
if he
main
decides
trilogy,
to
and then
play through.
I'll come back to it some other time when they release
You
more
know
collections.
every single release in the Ace Attorney saga.
I do want to play all of them.
In order.
They're great. Every single one of them is amazing, but
Fully voice acted by professional voice actors.
me,
Brendan.
because I am a professional voice actor now, I
Brendan.
guess.
He is featured in an audiobook.
That is true. I have
He is
technically done
in
one professional job.
He has. So yeah, if you like what we do, follow us. If you love what we do, subscribe. You'll get anything you give to the channel will go towards making this stream better. And if you really hate what we do, give to us anyways, because the more money we make, the less likely we are to do this anymore. And I want to retire on a boat. I don't know about you guys, but like boat life, actually, I would probably hate boat life. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll
So
retire to like
you don't strike me as a boat life kind of
I don't
guy.
have the shoes for it.
Yeah.
Don't
You could
wanna
stay
live
on
on
a
a yacht
boat,
in the middle of the lake.
just like in a slip, like at a yacht club or something, where you don't
There we go.
actually
Yeah,
Fake
like,
boat
go out
life.
in
It's
the
one of those
water.
things where
I'll
you're
have
there
my-
for like 2 days out of the year, and you're
Right.
like, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
a boat guy, but you
You
don't
just
actually
never
own one, or
You never trolley out. You just sit on top of your deck with your Corona light and just with your lime in it and just sit up there, shorts, no shoes, sipping away on your Corona. That's if you give us money and you hate what we do, that's what we will all end up doing. And that the final Dungeons and Dragons stream will all be us on whoever buys a yacht in shorts.
All of our
and
yachts.
Coronas.
We all have yachts.
We all have
Yeah.
yachts.
A fleet of yachts.
It's a mini Jobby Nooner, and if you're from Michigan, you know what that is. Anyways,
God.
yeah.
I am, and I don't
Any-
even know if I know what that is.
Oh, I'll
You're
learn you
for
later,
it.
Brendan.
You're better for
I'll
it.
learn.
Yeah, probably.
I
I'll
can just
learn
Google
you
it.
good.
That's fine.
So anyways, obviously I'm here with Brendan.
Hello.
Here with Eric. Say hi, Eric.
Howdy.
Matt Swift.
Hello.
Nerdy in the house.
Hello, everyone.
And Nick.
It's me.
And also,
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
he's here too, I guess.
And with that, we'll move over to our sponsors that we totally super
Yes.
have.
None of them are real.
everybody.
Don't trust any
We're
of it.
about to
It's all a
strap in for our Elyssia sponsors, everyone. Today, our lovely podcast is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. Taste the Raid Bow. Also, we are sponsored by Surfshark. It's a surf shark. NordVPN, the thing for you to have if you need that thing. Arby's, meat capital of the universe. Also, we're sponsored by Adam and Eve. And remember, Adam and Eve special promo code, Nick and Melissa's special day. Make sure
Still
you type
going.
that in
Can't believe
to
we're
your
still doing
discount
this.
code to get a special advanced item for those of you who are ready for that life. Also sponsored by Communities.
That promotional code will last
Yep.
for as long as their marriage lasts.
As
so.
long as their marriage continues.
So when you go to enter that code and it says that it doesn't work, well, you know
It'll be
what
really
happened.
sad. And just take that moment and think about it for a second. Life,
Dark guys, jeez.
life just goes. Anyway, we're also sponsored by Community Season 7, out now on the streaming app Jingle. Make sure you type that into your app store and just pick whatever comes up. Also sponsored by Boats. As you heard earlier, that's something we might buy if we get money from you. Our last couple sponsors here. I just was told we were sponsored by Exandria Unlimited, from the new group of people that do Critical Role, and also Critical Role Bakery, which is a fictional bakery that we made up based solely around the adventures of Critical Role and bakeries.
I would still
Newest
buy them,
sponsor, Cleo the dog is also a sponsor of this podcast, making good dogs everywhere happy for a price. Finally, we have D&D Beyond. That's where we'll see all of our lovely character sheets that they've completely made up for us, and they made it for us all together. Discovery Channel Shark Week, the Infinite Shark Week continues, and finally, our last sponsor is Disney Pixar and their brand new movie about what happens when Dungeons and Dragons dice have feelings. It's called Catastrophe, and we hope you all see it in theaters soon, February 31st. Thank you all so much for our
2087.
sponsors.
Jeez.
Out.
That's a great name for a Pixar movie, though. Catastrophe? Oh, man.
Catastrophe.
That's great.
Down.
Yes.
That's a good one.
That's how we roll.
None of those
Hey,
are- not a
Leo.
single one of those
It
sponsorships
actually
is real.
features the characters from Onward and
Yep.
the characters from Inside Out, and puts them in
Yep.
the same universe.
What
I
if
love
it.
what if magical creatures had feelings? And turns out it's not as racist as you think. It's still pretty racist though.
Yeah,
So don't
except for
worry.
the part where it's written by a bunch of
Don't
straight
worry.
white men.
Don't worry. You'll still get it. You'll still get all of it. From the makers of Bright. What if we were more racist? I don't know why I hate on that movie. I actually enjoyed that movie. I'm in the 1% of people who like that movie.
What movie?
Mine, it might be like the 0.3% who liked it.
Yep.
What movie?
Bright with
Bright.
Will Smith.
Oh God! Oh, that's a throwback from the Netflix one where like they have,
Yep.
It's like
Ooh.
modern day fantasy where orcs.
Yep.
yeah, where they
are-
have like Grinch, like the Jim Carrey's The Grinch level like prosthetics on their
Yep.
main cast.
Yep.
Ooh.
I liked that movie. And I
Dude.
thought I want more.
I don't have nothing to do with that movie.
Bright
It looked
too.
terrible.
I want a Bright 2. Give it to the people. This is what I'll say before we get into the Dungeons and Dragons. Give it to the people who made The Purge 2. Give it to those people and allow them to fix it. Because The Purge 1 had a great concept and it was executed poorly. But then the second movie was a lot better because they were like, hey, let's actually have fun in the premise that you were giving us. So take all the Bright people and give it to the Purge 2 people and let them have it. And I would watch it, second one from that.
I can second that. The Purge 2 is probably the most enjoyable of the franchise. Though I did like
Yes.
the first Purge. That was pretty good also.
It was
I've heard,
all
I've
right.
heard the Forever Purges, or the newest one, is pretty good. But
I
Yeah,
haven't
mean, like
seen it yet.
it was it's a cool concept overall. So give us the world and let us have fun with it. But don't
Essentially
don't do that
essentially
first one
D&D.
again.
Murder
Alicia
Hobo.
Stream, sponsored by The Purge. Go out and murder someone today.
All right, I'm putting it on here.
For legal
I'm
reasons,
I'm
that's a
putting
joke.
it on
Purge.
here. The Purge. Done. It is on our list of.
Beautiful.
Oh,
All right. Is anyone
No
have anything
murder.
else to say, or am I good to begin the session recap?
Do it.
Alrighty. So here, I'll get some music going here.
I
Set the
got it.
mood.
So anyways,
That was
you
really fun.
guys, after being in the Holy City and dealing with Balak and his ilk, you guys made your way back into the main part of the Holy City to where Istriel was, the hobbling leader that you had kind of teamed up with and spoken to about the other hobbling tribe. She was not too happy her dragons, her dire wolves were killed, but regardless, she gave you the silver key that was going to be needed to get into the area of the Holy City you hadn't been able to access yet. So you guys headed south. You found a room you had yet to explore, and a door in the shape of a dragon with a big dragon mouth that had a key in it. You went in, put the key in, you turned it, door opened, and you had access to this part of the Holy City that you didn't have access before. Upon entering the first room, you began to hear music, and there was these orbs in there. All were broken except for one in a southern alcove, which seemed to be playing some type of tune. As the music played, some of you became bewitched by it with the desire and urge to flee from the Holy City. So you began taking your way. Some of you began making your way out of the city, while a few of you sought to deal with the orb. It took a couple tries, but Jayla was finally able to destroy the orb and effectively end the curse on everyone, or the bewitching on everyone. So you made your way further into this kind of mystery area, and you came to a spike pit, which you descended down and made your way up into the final room, Well, I should say too, you also tried to move a statue, but all failed miserably at your strength rolls and were unable to move the statue. So
Yes.
there's
Somehow.
that.
Baby, Dex player.
Yep. We got a lot of Dex players
Charisma
this
player.
time. Yep. So you made your way into this room, or some of you did. Some of you remained back, which was shrouded in almost like a special kind of darkness. It seems lit only by a green flame. And there is a sarcophagus, which you chose to open. Emerging from the sarcophagus was a iron-masked man, a Lord of Call, as he claimed himself, named Balathor. He told everyone that the reason the Holy City is the way that it is, and that the Lords of Call eventually dwindled from many to one, is because he and a few other Lords of Call attempted to end beckonings through his own black dark magic. And in doing so, they caused many people to die in the Holy City. The reason that all of the crystallized soldiers and people who are outside the city are that way is because of this thing. And the other Lords of Call managed to regain control, and he was imprisoned in a sarcophagus, locked in like an iron helmet, where he was to spend the rest of his days in some type of magical slumber. Upon opening the tomb, you awoke him, and when you tried to explain to him that the world isn't been ended by beckonings and all of this other stuff, he informs you that there is no hope for the world because the supposed artifacts that are used to cease beckonings when they come are destroyed thanks to him. He also pointed out to you that there is a strange and dark aura coming from your champion, Jayla Pentagast, who Balathor claims has an evil energy surrounding her. Jayla claims to have no clue what he's talking about, and attempting to reason with Balathor only seemed to anger him, and he attacked the party. You pretty much handedly disposed of him, and now have a new mission. 2 missions, technically. To go to Highwater, 1, to claim your inn, which is the gift that Jayla has promised you, and to go to the chapel, or at least get Jayla there so she can go to the chapel, and assure that one of the artifacts that is supposed to be there is in fact there. As you left the Holy City, you began making your way out of the Forgotten Forest. A journey that originally took you 2 or 3 days to get through now has only taken you a few hours. And upon getting to the edge of the forest, you were met by the forest children who had previously helped you, Mip, Pip, and Squeaks. They kind of bid you farewell, and Darian realized that he could understand Squeaks, I guess is the best way you could put it. Now with his newfound talent of being able to interpret squeaking, the children wished you well, and you made your way out of the forest back onto the main Elysian road, or I should say Peninsula Road, since you're technically in the Vanatirian Peninsula. And I will go ahead and move us over to the world map. And as a reminder, can everyone see the map good?
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. As a reminder, you guys are down here roughly. The Holy City was here, made your way through the forest that divides this, and you are about right here. Highwater, for reference, if you go north a little bit, to the northeast, is the city that floats above the Goddess Lake. And that is where you are headed right now. The easiest way to get there is through Bridgetown, though technically you can go up and around. However, to go through Bridgetown and take the normal pass will take you about 2 weeks. Going up and around will take you closer to a month to a month and a half, depending on how long you choose, or how quick you choose to travel or not. So I will leave that to the party with what they would like to do.
It's a lot of traveling.
It is a lot of traveling.
That's a lot of walk-ins.
Yeah.
It's like at least 5 walk-ins. I vote the
Yeah.
short path.
Yeah, I will go back to Bridgetown because we're familiar with that.
I mean, there's no reason not to go to Bridgetown, right?
No.
I mean, there could be an uprising when we pass through.
That's
that
fair.
could
We
be
can find out what happened with all the
Yeah.
old people.
If there was an uprising, we'd be on the good side of there.
That's right.
Well, unless the uprising got squashed out, then we'd be on the bad
Yeah,
side.
exactly. So it's like a 50-50 shot that either it's going to be super hostile or it's
extremely
gonna be
friendly.
super friendly. Yeah, exactly.
They're either going to be our best friend or our worst enemy. One of
Yeah,
the two.
check in with Gertie Hookslinger.
Yeah.
Yes.
Gertie would possibly still be there and willing to check in with you.
Assuming she's not dead.
So you guys begin to. The decision is to travel to Bridgetown.
I think so.
All right. So you guys begin making your way to the road that you can take east towards Bridgetown. Prince of Farin, there appears to be something on your mind, however.
Correct. There is something on my mind, or on Prince of Farin's mind. After we've left the castle or the holy city, there's sort of been like, and seeing like the exasperating trip that we have in front of us. Prince of Farin's sort of feeling kind of uneasy about the following things. I mean, he's seen so much of Sybil at this point that he doesn't, it's kind of like I've done all the stuff. Not to mention, he almost died at the hands of this dude. He got stabbed by one of these twig people. And this is now that he's felt pain multiple times in so far, he's kind of like over it as a concept. And is sort of missing his worry-free lifestyle. That's what's on his mind currently. Ethan, did you want me to do anything more? Do you want me to have more to say something particular?
I mean,
Or do you want me to
would
to
Prince of Farin
engage?
possibly share this with the group yet?
Yeah. I don't think he would until they kind of like, after like maybe a day of August. It's going to take a week. Right?
Yeah, so it's about a 5-day trip to Bridgetown from here. So you guys are able to walk a good 10 hours before you need to set up camp, which the party eventually finds a decent spot to set up camp and, builds a fire and all that good jazz. And you are now all sitting around the campfire. Someone's cooking something probably. Darby's cooking something for everyone.
Dude, Darby's he's shuffling cards. He doesn't care.
Okay. Well,
He's letting Darian do the cooking. He's the nature man.
yeah.
Go cook.
Prince of Farin's going to go over to Darian and be like, Darian, may I speak with you a moment?
Darian.
Or Eric von Liechtenstein, I forgot. May I speak to you for a moment?
Of course, Prince. What's going on?
Well, I must say that this adventure has been quite a experience, and I appreciate you showing me around Sybil as much as you have. But I have a question for you.
Yeah.
How long will you be planning on doing this?
Honestly, Prince, I'm not too sure. I mean, considering the amount we have to travel, it's going to be at least a few month venture. But it seems like there's grander powers at play here that we definitely need to be concerned about, in my opinion. So it could be a little bit longer than that. Could be a matter of years before some stuff's figured out. Granted, I don't know how long I'm going to be involved in it. I like to keep to myself most of the time. So if it starts getting too hairy, it's back to the woods for me.
I see. Well, this is what I am thinking. As this has become a very, very difficult and foot-exhausting journey for me, as nobody flies here except for a small amount of time. I think I will be returning to my home for a short period, maybe a few centuries or so, just until this is all figured out. And then I shall find you, and you shall help me explore more of your country, your world here.
Prince, I'm just a human. A few centuries from now, I don't even think my bones will be left. I'll be long gone.
What? That cannot be right. It is only a few centuries. How old are you now?
Oh gosh, I think I am. Hold on, I can tell you. I have this written down. 31. 31 years old. And I'll probably die within the next 30 to 40 years.
That is quite a short time to be in any one place. I cannot even remember when I was single digits, let alone triple digits. Or quadruple digits for that matter. I don't remember when I was that young.
Well, I mean, that's how it is here Elyssia, man. It's
Well,
We don't
if
live
you're a
that long.
human, that's how it is.
true. It's true.
Well, how about this? I will come back in 20 years. That should be 10 years before you said you would no longer be alive. Then you can have this be finished and we can continue on our journey to show me around. Because this seems a little more dangerous than I had planned on being a part of.
Well, Prince, I've grown to like you quite a bit, buddy.
And
20
I
years to you
like
is
you
just a
as
blink
well.
of the eye, but that's most of my life that you're not going to be here. I thought we were getting along great.
I have getting you could always come with me if you would like, and you can come to my home and stay with me. However, you would probably have to come as property unless I talk to my father.
I don't like that idea.
But you don't want to be owned.
I don't want to be property. However, I would like to see you again, Prince. But does it
Well-
have to be 20 whole years?
We shall see. I will try to be back before you have died. Or at the very least, maybe I can come back and make it so that you never have to die. I'm sure I could figure that out at some point. I have quite a bit of a pull up in my home area. The nation of is very fantastic with what we are able to do. But yes, I am not enjoying the pain. The pain is not fun. And I would not like to feel it.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
Yes. So I'm going to go back to my home for a few years. Just until you are done with whatever this is. So we can get back to doing what we were doing, which is you showing me around your lovely area without all of this violent business.
Well, if all the violence has subsided in 20 years, Prince of Farn, that'll be a good day.
That'll be quite the accomplishment.
Yes, it shall. And here, and I guess I would take I would give him all my stuff because I don't need it where I'm going. I guess.
What do you got there, Prince of Farin?
Oh,
Yeah,
boy.
no, I'm going to go check my things.
If you could potentially copy and paste it into
Yeah,
just
I'll give you that stuff.
I have a feeling the money is probably the most.
Yeah, I think the most important thing here is the money, and then maybe like a quarterstaff or something.
Yeah,
Everything
'cause I
else is
don't have a whole
probably
lot of
not that
stuff.
big of a
Well,
deal.
But
Yeah, leave
I have-
Sebastian, can you?
no, Sebastian has to come. I will give you all of the stuff that I have, which is money, a random ring.
Oh yeah.
I have a ruby that I got earlier. Signet ring, a little bag of sand for some reason, parchment, ink pen, a bunch of stuff. I'll just give you all that stuff, and
Something you
also
want
a
to
watch.
remember Sybil by? Little
Ooh.
like mementos.
You know what? Yes, I would like something, and I would probably go over to Sentinel, and I would pluck a feather from him.
He's not
Great
there
time to do that because
protect.
he's not here right now.
He just lets out a yelp as you yank this feather out of him without care, Prince of Farin.
And I will also
Enter
take.
rage. Roll a
I'm
roll
gonna
a
take
con
a piece of. I don't know. I would take something from everybody. I don't know what all I would take, but I would take something from everybody, and then be like, put them, and like have Sebastian carry them, so it's just because monkeys carry all this. And I'd be like,
Arthur will
This
give you
way
a
I should-
stash.
this
Yeah,
way
what
I
it
should
is,
be
it's actually-
able to find you when
don't know
I
what I'll
return.
use, what I would give. Probably one of my spare daggers, honestly.
I would take one of your spare daggers.
Arthur will tie you one of his sashes off. He's got a bunch of bandanas and sashes tied all around his coats and stuff.
This way I shall be able to find you when I return.
Darian, what will you give him?
I have a blanket that I like to think was handmade. Well, obviously everything's handmade in this world. I'll give him a nice little artisanal blanket. It's got cool little patterns on it.
Well, this
I-
is nice.
Jayla will give you
Oh
She
no, he
has-
wouldn't have asked for anything from Jayla.
Oh.
He's not really talking to Jayla.
Okay.
But he will go up to Aster. He will go up to Aster and be like,
Okay, Aster. What would Aster even have? She has like a tiny little fairy jewelry. She gives him like this little like wooden ring that they would have made in their little fairy village. To you,
Nice.
it's like barely fit. It's like so small. It's like just in the palm of your hand. You can barely see it.
I will take it and I will be like, Aster, you speak quite a bit and very fast and usually nonsensical and unhelpful. But I am going to miss you.
Oh, Prince, it was so good seeing you and everything. I really hate to see you go this way, but I hope you have fun back home.
Oh yes, it is only fun back home. It is a land of infinite pleasures. And why I would come down here while you are doing this is starting to seem a bit strange to me. However, if you live as long as humans do, I will try to come back before you are dead.
Oh, I live quite a bit longer. Give or take, some fairies have lived like 600 years.
That's still such a short time to be alive. But I will be sure to come back and visit you as well at some point.
It's okay. Darian, just so you know, if I live to be 600 years old, you'll be the only one.
Darian's just he's too busy having an existential crisis about his own mortality over in the corner.
I will be sure to be back for the whatever bonding ceremony that you two will be engaged in, as I feel as if that is the appropriate action for two of you in such a committed relationship.
Maybe
Until
like the
then, my
best man or
friends,
something.
yes, I would enjoy that very much. And if you would like to send a letter, feel free. If you tape it to a particular bird, let's say a blue swallow. If you take a message and put it on a blue swallow, eventually it will get to where I am.
Okay, I'll remember that when I put the invitations together.
Okay. Well, it has been very, very strange, but a very nice time hanging with all of you. And I hope that one day I shall see you again. And if you ever want to be slaves, please let me know, and I will be sure to give you the nicest place in my personal castle.
Can't stop taking that offer up anytime soon.
So Jayla will get up and she will come over to you, Prince Afard, and go, well, I appreciate your help, Prince, too, so best of luck to you.
Okay.
She just kind of awkwardly scratches the back of her head and just walks away.
Well, to the rest of you, I will see you before you die.
So Prince Afarin, at this point, how do you leave this place, or how do you return to your point?
Well, I would take all my stuff into the ring, and you just see the ring kind of just like, and then Sebastian would just like grab it, and then kind of just be like, y'all dodged a bullet there.
Oh, we're aware.
It just like flies, starts flying up and 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 up into the sky until you can no longer see it.
Eventually, Sebastian turns into nothing, and he gets too far in the sky as you all gaze up into the evening sky. Prince Safarin has left you and returned home.
What just happened there?
Well, it would appear our wonderful prince decided that the common folk are not to his liking anymore.
Well, I mean, compared to where he lives and compared to here, kind of a dumpster fire. I can't blame him.
I don't blame him either.
Oh, I'm going to miss him. He was so much fun.
Well, it was something, that's for sure.
He made normal situations interesting. That's for sure.
People
And
leave.
that I will miss.
All right. And with Prince Safarin gone from the party, the rest of you will spend a somewhat restless sleep as you take the rest of the night to heal up, get a long rest, and leave first thing in the morning.
All right.
So-
And as we leave on the second day of travel here, it is notable that Darian's head is swollen.
Oh.
And I'm also complaining about headaches more. Like, it is just like,
His head is very
Big brain
swollen.
time.
Big brain time.
Big brain plays coming in.
He's turning into MODOK slowly but surely.
There we go. So as
Or
you guys,
is that Sid from Jimmy Neutron, or who was his friend who gets the giant head in the one episode? I forget.
Oh,
Sheen.
Sheen. Yeah, Sheen gets
Sheen,
the
yeah.
crazy brain.
all
Brain the
right. So
size
you
of 3
guys,
people.
you guys begin your travels along the road as you did before. Seeing a few familiar places. A couple hours in, you end up passing the inn that you had previously stopped at and opted not to stay in. But you see that inn; it's along the road, and you begin making your way further down the path. And about midday, after 3 or 4 hours of traveling, you hear a commotion coming up ahead of you. And as you kind of get the view, you see a large collection of tall, almost animalistic like people. Not beast folk, but from a decent look as you near cautiously, Darian, you notice that those are bugbears and a very large ogre that is with them. On the main road, just standing, facing this rock face that's up a little bit. And up on the rock face, you see another person standing up there, almost as if he's not necessarily trapped, but as if he's defending himself up there. And if you give me a second, I will
Ooh.
change over to our
Ooh.
new map.
A bunch of boys.
New map.
Yep, so you count 5 bugbears and this one large ogre that seem to be harassing this person that's up on the hill. And as you come in, you actually get a much better look at him. And I will actually show you his
I
picture
have
real
a-
quick.
Full art for him, actually, as well.
Yes, if you could go ahead, Brendan, if you'd be willing to display
So
the full
there
art.
you
for-
go. There's the full art of this wonderful
There
man on the
he
cliff.
is.
He's actually Matt, why don't you go ahead and describe him?
All right. Well, you see a dark-skinned young man. Well, probably about, if you're, for human, even still, young man. Large, dark brown, almost black afro that kind of goes off in wild directions. With a large white coat, but all black underneath. With some like fingerless gloves, and he has heterochromia. So one of his eyes is blue, but the other one is green. And you see him have a face of kind of like this determination, though he is kind of looking around from place to place, kind of gauging the whole surroundings. But yeah, young man, a bunch of stuff on him, but it seemed to be underneath his coat, but it's tough to see where you guys are at.
So, Jamie, to give you an idea of how you found yourself upon this situation is you've been
Yeah.
traveling this way, towards Bridgetown specifically, when
Okay.
out of nowhere, these bugbears just kind of seemingly came out of the brush and accosted you for money. They've essentially forced you up onto this cliff face here, and though running is definitely a viable option, you worry at exactly how quick they could be. You haven't been in this situation long, maybe only 5 or 10 minutes, as
Okay.
these creatures have been kind of harassing and demanding whatever coin you have.
Okay.
You know,
Good to know.
regardless of whether or not you wish to pay them or not, you kind of climbed up this cliff face here to protect yourself in case these bugbears / their ogre companion decided to get a little frisky with you.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, yeah. So I'd be very annoyed, but also can do at the moment.
So-
Yeah.
So the one bugbear who seems kind of to be their leader, this guy right here, who I'll mark on the map in yellow, he kind of steps forward a bit and he goes, "You need to pay us out what we deserve. It's a toll on this road. What you got?"
Yeah. No. I'm not gonna do that actually.
Ah,
But I would really like it if y'all could just leave. If you would take the rest of your day and just hit the bricks.
They'll start laughing at you as you ask them to leave, and the leader pulls out a club I believe that's what he has. A Morning Star. So that kind of club. And brandishes at you and he says, "There'll be none of that here. You pay up now or we'll skin you alive. Feed you
Well,
to old Big Irons here."
that sounds like something that nobody would want to happen. Specifically me, because I don't want to be eaten. However, I can't give you any of my money, so maybe you guys can go find money somewhere else. Perhaps at your mother's home.
Dang.
No, we're gonna take what we want from you. You're here and you're easy to get to. And he points to one of the other bugbears and goes, "Climb up there and skin him."
Can we hear what's the conversation that's going on?
Yeah,
Are we too
so
far away?
As you approach, you guys kind of catch that last little bit there, that exchange that just happened.
I'm gonna kind
So-
of look at our swollen head friend and kind of see his reaction before I make any moves.
I'm gonna be looking like I have a terrible hangover despite not having really drank anything for the past couple of days. And then I'm just gonna get my bow ready and be like, alright, well, we gotta help him. And did the bugbear start climbing up the cliff yet?
Not yet. The one is about to. On his turn.
Oh, I was gonna say as he kind of like gets like his hand out to start climbing, arrow above him, just kind of like cutting off his path up the cliff.
Okay. So this guy will start up the cliff. He'll stop here as you whiz this arrow over
So
the bugbears.
You fired a warning shot?
Yes.
Okay, yeah,
Okay.
Arthur's gonna unsheath his
And
scimitars then.
it sticks in the thing. Immediately, the other bugbears turn and their leader goes, "Well, looky here. Got ourselves some fresh meat, boys." He looks back up to you, Jamie. "You might have lucked out there, buddy. You
Well,
lot, there's a
hold on.
toll on this road. What you got on ya?"
We won't kill you.
Yeah, I don't think we're paying a troll toll here.
Hey, actually, guys, I have a lot of money. I have so much money, so much so that you should probably just, like, ignore those randos and their various outfits and a giant chicken, which is, something. And just focus on coming up here and letting these other people just, like, go about their day. They look poor anyway, especially that one, the giant chicken, because it's a giant chicken.
I thought you said you didn't have any money.
Oh, no, I lied to you because you were stupid, but I would be... I'm telling you the truth now.
Oh,
Did you hear
Not
that,
going
boys?
like-
He lied to us because we were stupid.
Yeah.
Well then, my friend, we'll make this easy.
Mm.
You throw down what money you have and I'll let you go and you can go on your merry way. Then I'm gonna turn around with my boys and we're gonna go up to that lot over there and then they're gonna pay us to use the road. That's generally how a toll works. Who's the stupid one?
What about that group over there? I'm going to point behind them.
To the regular party?
No, just, like, behind them in
Behind.
the other direction.
Give me a deception roll.
Okay.
What's this going on? I'm just gonna nudge Arthur and be like, kind of like him. And
That's a
chuckle.
That's a 19.
Okay. So the
he does seem quite
bugbears,
interesting.
the bugbears all like look, including the ogre, who's just like, and just looks over, and they just see nothing over there.
That was remember when I said the stupid thing? That was what I was talking about. That was like that was what I was talking about. So
Kill 'em,
here,
boys! I'm
all right.
tired of this garbage. And if
okay.
everyone would like, that's an initiative roll.
I'm
Alright.
also going to lean over to Arthur and go, I too like this one. Oh,
Oh, well, that's not
that's
great.
like... Oof. It do be like that sometimes.
I messed mine up actually.
Oh my god, everyone's at... No!
I kicked you out like
I'm
4
trying to get it in there! I'm about to just start rolling it to roll 20 again, I swear.
Did you guys just all roll like crap?
No, I
Yeah,
didn't roll
we
good.
keep trying to enter it into
Yeah.
the turn order.
We're
and it
all,
keeps
we're all doing it at the
throwing us
exact
out
same
when we do
time,
that.
so it keeps cutting everyone off.
Ooh, Sentinel, real strong there.
Yeah, Sentinel with the big 6.
Yeah. I'm coming out real. Maybe I'm a little. He called me poor and.
Yeah,
And
he's
maybe
sad. He's
fun
like, well, I don't know if I
Sentinel's
want to
probably,
help this guy.
Sentinel's probably still sad from
Yeah.
Safari and leaving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wah.
Darian Kipps once again leading
Yeah.
the
Always
pack
starting
here.
it. Oh, jeez, that's a lot of
Hey,
bugbears
that-
that
Holy
go right away.
nuts.
That +8 on initiative is real juicy.
It is. It's very
All right,
nice.
so they announced that they were going to attack. So I'm assuming this guy started looking like he was about to climb again. As the most apparent aggressor, I'm going to shoot at him.
Yeah, you shot a warning shot at him, bro. Like, you didn't even ask us. You're just like,
Yeah, you're like,
boom.
well, it's another human.
Darian Kipps
Go
has a
ahead.
headache, man.
He's tired, bro. He's done with
Maybe
this.
that's all Arthur needs to do is just give Darian a headache, and then we can start accosting more people.
Just punch
that'll
him
be
in
a-
the face constantly.
a 14 to hit.
That will miss.
Okay.
Ooh.
So Darian, you draw your bow and you fire your next shot. This time not as a warning, but meant to hit. And this bugbear seemingly is starting to climb up this cliff face here, and as the arrow whizzes by the ogre, it hits one of the rocks just right where the guy's hand is, but it's just a smidge too high. And you kind of see the bugbear pull his hand back, check it real quick, giggle to himself, and begin climbing again. Anything else for you?
Yeah, I'm actually going to back up a little bit and start readying another shot, and that'll be it.
All right. So seeing that an arrow was just shot at his guys, this bugbear is going to go, the leader, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and he is going to... We're going to do a random roll here. Darby, he's going to chuck an arrow at you.
With arrow.
Is he chucking
A
or
javelin.
shooting it? Okay.
Javelin?
Javelin.
He's just like,
Kind of figured.
That will be a non-natural 20
Oh,
I'll allow it.
for 7 damage to you. As he runs forward, winds up his javelin and throws it. It flies by Sentinel and strikes you, Darby, right in the shoulder a bit. That will be his turn.
Yes.
Again, this bugbear looks over to the buddy who's climbing and goes, "Bring me his flesh when he's dead." And he goes 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and he is going to make another random javelin throw at Jayla. Four. That will miss with an 11. So he winds up his javelin, throws it. Jayla has her shield. She immediately blocks it like it's not even there. And that will be his turn. And then this bugbear is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and we'll take a swing at Jayla for, that is going to be a 14, but I believe that will still miss her in heavy armor, which, that's not her, that is...
If she has plate, it should be 16 by default.
I was going to say, I don't even have Jayla's character open, so let me open that real quick.
So I don't know what she wears.
I believe she has an 18 and 19. She has a 19. So she, yeah,
Dang.
she blocks the javelin, swings, and then she blocks the Morning Star also, and protects herself. And she'll be the next one. So she's just gonna whack at the bugbear in front of her for Jayla, swinging heavy with a miss with a 7. That will definitely miss. So she's blocking the one, and she goes to swing over. The bugbear just manages to pull itself back before the edge of the her longsword cuts its throat. Arthur, you're next.
all right. Arthur's going to spin around Sentinel, 5, 10, 15. He's going to attack this bugbear with his scimitar, and he's going
Go
to
ahead.
get. I don't roll with advantage when I'm next to somebody, but I do get sneak attack,
You do.
right?
If you hit, you will get sneak.
Yes. If there's an
Alright,
ally,
but
you can
it's-
sneak
but
attack.
it's not. But it's not advantage, though,
No.
right?
No.
Just want to make sure I'm doing it right. Okay.
Yes, you're good.
That is a 15.
So Arthur, you go to whack at the bugbear, and as you swing your scimitar, it actually hit the recoil from hitting Jayla's shield. Your scimitar strikes his Morning Star, and he blocks your attack.
Bonus action. I'm going to strike with the offhand scimitar.
Go ahead.
That is even worse. That's a 13.
Yep. So you go to swing the other one, and you kind of swung both at the same time, and upon hitting the Morning Star with the first, it just throws off the trajectory of your other swing just a bit, and you go just over his head. Anything else for you, Arthur?
And I'm going to then finish my movement with 5, 10, 15 behind Jayla, spin around Jayla to finish off my turn.
And your rakish audacity will allow you to do that without taking an opportunity of attack.
Correct.
So Aster's next, and kind of seeing what's going on, she begins to frantically look around and go, you Sentinel, and she gives you Sentinel Fairy Inspiration.
Nice.
Darby,
Thanks,
do not forget to
Aster.
subtract your HP from
Oh, yes,
roll 20.
yes.
And Aster goes, you're welcome, Sentinel, I hope that helps.
So bad, I'm at 19.
I hope so
So-
too.
So this guy's gonna go, so it is you're about 20 feet up there,
Yep.
Jamie. So he's gonna go 25. He will just turn there. I will say climbing was an action for him, so he will not get an attack off you this turn,
Mhm.
which will move to Darby.
All right. Darby is gonna start off and hope for the best. And he's going to flick out the card, rotate it around in his hand a couple of times, and that wonderful golden jack is going to be out, and he's going to chuck it at the ogre. So I need a wisdom save of 14.
Here we go,
Yeah.
Ogre.
No way.
I highly doubt he'll beat it.
A
But-
15.
Dang!
Oh wow.
That's gotta be
What a
like
wise
ogre.
ass
he's a
ogre.
very wise ogre.
Does he
Shrek.
succeed or fail?
Oh, he
Shrek in the
succeeds.
house.
He beats it by
Ooh.
one.
Ooh.
That is
Correct.
unfortunate. All right.
so-
Well, time to dip. All right. Darby's running like 25 feet and ducking over this rock.
Okay, so Darby, that rock is large enough that it will give you half cover for a +2 AC bonus.
All right. I will try to remember.
Big
that.
ol' ogre's going, folks.
I
5,
tried.
10, 15. What does he move? I need to double check that. 30? Nope, that's the bugbear. I think I only moved 20. 40 feet.
They're big boys.
He will go there, and who's he going to strike here? Arthur! He is going to attack you.
Yeah.
As he charges up with his great club. That will probably miss you. That is 14.
Yeah, misses.
Yep, so he swings his club at you, and you just manage to kind of dip out of the way before anything too crazy happens to you. Jamie, you are next. Jamie, you are next.
Okay, I forgot my name. Yes, I am
It is
going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 here, and then I will bonus action dash 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
All right. So Jamie, you book your way down the slope there. That
Ooh.
brings you about even with everyone. You're still about 5 feet from where everyone is, but it's not that much. You're on this downward slope. Anything
Yeah.
else for you?
No. That's it. I just started booking it.
All right, Sentinel, you're next then.
I believe
Oh, you're muted.
Yes, you are
You're
muted.
muted,
I
homie.
think
Can't hear you.
Sorry,
There
Cleo's
you go.
barking, so
No
I'm
worries.
trying to keep it down.
She's trying to
We love
sponsor the
dogs.
episode. It's all good.
Yeah.
She
These are
is.
sponsors.
She's trying to
They
get her
are
voice out
here.
there.
Oh my
You paid us
god.
in doggy bucks.
All right. So I moved over here, and then
The ogre.
Going around
I'm
the
going to activate good old rage.
Ooh, what do we get?
Rage.
Rage.
Shadow Legends.
And with
Rage.
that-
Rage Shadow Legends.
I
What
would
is
like
our
to
random roll in our wonderful
is-
gotcha game of Rage
Looks like
Shadow
there's a bit of
Legends?
magic coming from you, Sentinel, after you activate that rage.
Yeah. Okay. So all of a sudden you see this like blue light emanate from Sentinel's beak, and then I'm going to take a whack at him with my beak.
Go ahead, take a whack at him. This has really been a battle of attrition. I think the only one who took any damage has been Darby.
Yes.
That is a 14
That will hit him.
Ooh, the ogre's got lower
for
AC.
8 damage.
Yeah, but they got a lot more health.
He's a
8
big
damage?
guy.
8 damage. 8 force damage.
Alright.
Death
Alright,
by 1,000
ooh,
cuts,
8.
man.
force damage. So you give him a nice little peck there with your axe beak sentinel. Kind of the ogre like stumbles forward a bit, and it kind of turns its head a bit to look at you, sentinel, as it just sees this blue beaked bird with its glowing like face looking at him. Anything else for you?
That is it.
All right.
Oh.
This guy up here is going to go,
see.
and he's going to go 5, 10,
You got that
15,
one.
20, 25.
It's a
He's going
weird
to take
one
a
for
swing
you
at
to
you,
get.
sentinel. Keep dropping my die today. Ooh, big hits. That is going to be a 23.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, Chihuahua.
He isn't raged, though.
You couldn't have hold personed him, could you, Darby?
I tried. I'm sorry, this is the wisest ogre you've ever
I'm
seen.
assuming that hits you. Sentinels that hit you.
What is it? Yeah,
23.
Yeah.
I figured. I just didn't know with your magic.
No.
So he
No,
is
no.
this will be halved. I'll give you the half. That is going to be 13. So 6 points of damage to you.
Cool.
Yeah, Sentinel got a weird one for him on his magic table there.
Yeah, no, I was thinking about that. I was like, I wonder how that's gonna work.
Yeah,
Darian, you are next.
All right,
it's
I
very interesting.
am going to dock an arrow and shoot the bugbear in front of Jayla there.
Okay, go ahead.
Ooh, that'll hurt. Natural 20.
Ooh,
Nice.
That
Yeah.
will definitely hurt.
I did not grab enough dice for this.
Take him down.
Get him.
Hit him!
Oh, okay. That's not
Kill
too bad.
him!
Eat his face.
I have 6 dice to add up, so sorry about the maths. Hold on.
No worries.
Understandable.
7,
Do it.
11.
Relish in it.
Yeah, you get a lot of dice here.
I love rolling the clickety-clackety rocks.
Okay, so
Yes.
I'm going to let loose an arrow, and very subtly, because I'm putting my hunter's mark on this, it is going to kind of like get a little bit of a flower right on the fletching as it flies through the air, and it'll hit for, oh shit, I just lost the number. 23 damage.
This is probably enough to kill
Nice.
it.
Night is not. You fire your
Really?
arrow, it flings forward and strikes the bugbear right in the chest. Darren, you think you have a killing shot, but it just stumbles back and just blood begins spewing from its open chest wound.
Yeesh.
But it stands.
Oh, and 8 of that damage is psychic damage. So
Okay.
I don't know if that changes your flavor
It does
at
not
all,
make a
but-
change for him at all.
That's dope.
Okay.
And with that, I'll actually take a little bit of a move here. I gotta move the turn order so I can see where I'm at.
Yeah, it's in the way for me a little bit too, but I can't move it.
Is there room behind that rock with Darby?
No, there is not.
All right, can I get into this little like crevice here? Oh wait, there's a tree right here. I'll go behind.
There
this
is a tree. That is a bush-like tree there.
I'm gonna hide behind this tree.
Okay. You will also
Oh,
have half
hide.
cover for an extra 2 AC.
Done deal.
All right, so this next bugbear is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's going to throw a javelin at you again, Darby. He rolled a 2. That's going to miss.
That big misses. I'm big chilling.
All right, so he is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and huck a javelin at you, Darian.
Do it.
With the +2 on your AC,
Most likely going to miss also a 12.
Yep, that misses.
that should just miss.
And then finally,
Two
this guy
javelins
here
from
is
both
going,
of those guys.
is going to attack Jayla for a miss. That'll be 14. So Jayla once again manages to fend off his Morning Star as the blood is... He's losing blood like crazy. Just his lightheadedness can't help him. And Jayla will attempt to finish this guy off. Ooh, does she actually finish him off, or will she be able to hit him? I believe she will, but let me double check that. Yeah, she will. Just barely hits him. And that will, in fact, kill him. So, Jayla, as he swings and Jayla blocks with her shield, forcing him back slightly, she comes in and cuts real quick with her longsword, causing a larger wound to form where Darian hit, and the bugbear chief falls over dead. Not actually a bugbear chief, he's a regular bugbear for your kill count, but he was their leader. Arthur, you are not.
Jayla doesn't go on the kill count anyways, so.
Nope.
All right. Arthur is going to spin around Jayla one more time. He's going to take 2 swipes at the ogre there.
Go ahead.
All right. Come on. That's gonna be yes. All right, that's great. So first one's a natural 20. Second
hits.
one is a
Oh,
20. Would be 22.
That'll
It'll
also
be
hit.
24. Sorry, 24.
Both will hit. Both
All right,
will
so
hit.
I'll roll the
Get that double sneak attack in there too.
yes.
For the nat 20.
So that's gonna be 2 for the attack, and then 2 for the 4 for the sneak
Yes.
attack. Then if you double sneak attack, so okay.
Yes.
All right, so it's gonna be 4, 8 plus 10, 18, 18 plus 4 is 22. So 22 damage on the first strike,
Okay.
and then the second strike is just gonna be the d6. So that'll be another 2.
All right. So you kind of dip around from Jayla and just cut into this ogre, like right in his leg, and you hear it let out a terrible like scream as you hit it with your first blade, and then turn around and hit it again, just graze it a bit with your second blade. But the ogre still stands.
And as he's standing staggering, I'm just going to point, well, as I still have my swords in my hands, I'm going to point with my tail at this bugbear, and I'm going to say, didn't you hear? That one's mother has all the money. And I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. That stops there, because I already moved 5, so
Yep.
move that way.
All right. Aster is next. She will give fairy inspiration to you, Darian.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, well, who'd have
So
thought?
she calls out and she goes, Darian, you got this. You got this, my love.
Oh, she's
already
saying
I
whoa.
love.
Whoa,
Wow.
You guys,
escalated.
Oh, wow.
you
It's
guys say surprise,
escalated.
surprise. She doesn't give me fairy inspiration all too often.
Yeah, I know.
She
It's very.
usually
It's
gives me-
shocking actually.
Ever received inspiration.
And every time
I'll
someone
be
does
here.
it, we never use it.
So then this bugbear who's just up top here and just watched as Jamie just booked it like Sonic the Hedgehog away from him. It's just like, oh man. And he is going to go 5 and take a leap
Ooh.
off of the thing for damage.
Dexterity check, baby.
Wow, he rolled a natural 20 on that dex.
Dang. Superhero landing.
Yeah, he literally superheroes lands and goes.
Arm out.
And he
Killer
is
on
going
the
to
knees.
huck a javelin at you, Sentinel.
He's gonna do the Black Widow land.
That is a 17 to hit you, Sentinel. Does that hit you?
That hits.
All right, so this will be halved again.
Only half though. That's not that bad.
That's 4 damage. You rolled max damage on that for 8, so you'll take 4.
Ooh.
And Darby, you are next.
All right. Well. Ooh. That's awkward. Well. Darby's gonna run 30 feet.
Dang, you're it.
Yo, what up, Jamie? I don't know your name yet, but hi. You seem cool. Fell's in a lot of trouble apparently. And then he.
Oh yeah, you passed me because I was gonna I was headed in your direction, so that makes sense. That's better.
I will then chuck a card at the ogre. Just a normal card.
Okay.
Normal everyday
He
ace of
literally
spades.
just throws the card.
Not even.
Just a normal playing card. Just pull out my deck of cards, find the ace, and chuck that. Take that, nerd.
falls onto the ground like right here.
Paper cut.
No, oh, that's probably gonna miss. What is that? That's a 10.
That will miss him. As you're running, you throw your card, Jamie, and you just can't hit the big barn.
Yeah,
Ace
Jamie,
goes
you
to the-
threw it. Yeah, you threw that card, Jamie. I still have my card to throw.
Darby, as you're running by Jamie, you throw the card. You just miss. Anything else for you?
I don't think I have bonus action still. I don't. And I'm chilling.
So the ogre, seeing red, goes 5, 10, 15. Jayla and Sentinel will get an op here. Jayla rolls a natural 1.
Oh, damn
In
it!
classic Jayla fashion.
Classic Jayla here.
Great
Come on, Sentinel.
champion.
Save me.
Sentinel, you got this.
12.
That will hit him.
That will.
Yeah.
The 12 will
Nice.
hit.
He's a meat sponge, man. He's got
Yeah.
like 11 AC.
Well, they got like 50 health or something. Some absurd amount. Get that force damage in there though.
Does Sentinel have the Sentinel feat?
No.
He does
No.
not.
And then,
No.
so that number is +2, so that's 10. I realized it didn't add rage damage.
Oh,
yeah. On
Yeah, you gotta remember to
D.
add your rage damage.
Yep. So
Yep.
you get a good
10.
swipe at him as the ogre charges. Jayla, not expecting it to move from her, just misses her swing, is out of range, and he comes over and swings at you, Arthur. 19.
Yeah, 19's gonna hit.
All right, that is
Gonna hurt.
2d8. What is the plus on him? 15 damage to you, Arthur.
Whoa!
Great club. Comes over and he just smokes you with it. Jamie, you are next.
Okay. I see Darby run past me. I know he's been hit. Can I assess if whether he or Sentinel is in more physical danger at the moment?
Give me a medicine roll, please.
Okay. That is a 17.
Darby is definitely in worse shape than Sentinel.
Okay.
The bird, for whatever reason, seems to be shrugging a lot of the pain off right now.
Well, I'm a
Actually, I'll
doctor,
just
not a
offer that. He's taking
vet,
a lot
damn
more
it.
damage. That's true.
So I'm going to then. Oh yeah, no, I got this. I am going to bonus action give Darby some medical attention. I'm trying to see here. I have a couple of potions on me. I hate to use one of these, but it's time. I don't want you to get hurt. So I'm going to administer to Darby one of my potions. That's 4d4 plus 4 healing.
That is
It's
a lot.
a regular healing potion.
I only have. They only had on the roll 20 the potion of healing, superior and greater. So I just took the greater.
So you would have regular healing potions on
Which
you.
would
That would
be
be 2d4
2d4.
plus 2.
Oh, okay. I don't know
You
where.
don't quite have greater or superior yet.
Yeah, that would be
Okay,
absurd.
They don't
That heals
don't
for like our
have
whole health
those.
bars right now.
in the thing. They don't have that
said it-
in roll 20 regular thing. Just FYI. So
In D&D Beyond.
No,
yeah,
the
D&D
roll-
Beyond.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, sorry, D&D Beyond. They don't have it, but that's okay. I will. So
That's fair.
what is it?
It's 2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus
2.
Okay, cool. And we are looking at
Showing off his little bottles.
8.
8. That's almost all of it back. All but one.
Yeah,
of it,
so
I
you
think.
see me do that, and then I'm gonna use my athletic check to
Actually, that's
move
one more.
him with me. I'm gonna pull him away from where we're going. Are you gonna contest me pulling you away, Darby?
Well, it depends on which way we're going. If we're going up, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, we're going up.
Okay,
So I'm using my
go for it.
action to do that. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So you'd be where I'm at now. Oop, I just...
Matt, I just looked in D&D Beyond, and it might be how you're searching it. If you just type in potion,
Yeah.
potion of healing will pop up as
Okay,
the second item. Popped up for me.
Okay, I gotta try that again. Alright.
It could
So-
also just be that he's not allowed to have it for some reason right now.
And that could be true too.
Anyway, I moved you over there, and then, that's all. My movement action. I'm gonna stand in front of you.
Okay. Sentinel, you're next then.
All right. Sentinel, kind of feeling some of the energy from his beak, is just like he feels his willingness to try something
There we go.
and wants to get that ogre trying to save Arthur. So then he is going to.
There we go. Found it.
That is an 18. And so this like kind of ethereal ghostly chain comes out and the beak axe is like attached to it and it swings and swipes and hits the ogre.
I was wondering how you were gonna flavor that.
I like that.
It's that works.
I'm sorry, what does it do, Sentinel?
So-
The chain
so to-
comes out of it.
Yeah. So basically how it works is it's supposed to be like a thrown item. Like it makes your regular
Yeah,
weapon
it makes
a
your
thrown
weapon a
item.
throwable weapon that then returns to you at the start of your turn.
So you roll against the
That's so
ogre's
cool!
AC.
Yes. So you just get Thor's hammer
yeah,
as a bone, like just as your weapon.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you definitely, if you roll an 18, you hit him, definitely.
Yeah. And it
Okay.
also does
That-
force damage now instead.
His beak is
Yeah.
essentially Mjolnir. That's amazing.
That's pretty.
That's
That's
why
pretty badass.
when I saw that
force
it had
damage,
that he
too.
got the throne one, I was like, how are you gonna flavor the fact that you can
I
throw
love
your
it.
beak? But
Yeah.
that, I like that. That
Damage
works.
there.
Makes
So 9 damage.
9
Did
damage.
you
so
include your
do
plus
this-
2 for rage?
I did.
Okay.
I'm rolling low
so
on
you do
this
this
D12
throw,
I'm
and
here.
just
all of a
making
sudden
sure.
You guys witness this like chain beam of energy just go flying from Sentinel's mouth and just strike the ogre in the back.
Huh. Okay. Might as well have that happen.
Yeah.
Anything else for you, Sentinel?
Well, weirder things have happened, I guess.
That is it.
So this bugbear that's right by you, Sentinel, is just dumbfounded, so he's just gonna take a swing at you for a natural 1. So he
I
won't
think
hit
we're all
at
dumbfounded by that.
Darian, you are next.
All right. So
You
I have a
have fairy
question for you,
inspiration.
DM.
Yeah.
I do have fairy inspiration. This bugbear right here, I want to cast Charm Person, but is he technically fighting Aster because she's adjacent?
Yes.
He'd be hostile
Okay.
for you.
Never mind then. I'm just gonna shoot him.
Shoot him!
Come on,
I mean,
Hawkeye.
he is running at you and chucking
That'll
spears
be-
or
I'm
javelins.
assuming a 25 will hit
Oh,
That will
God.
definitely hit him.
for 10 damage, one of which is psychic.
All right, you do 10 damage to him, and so you shoot another arrow. It strikes the bugbear. He's still going strong though. He's still charging at you.
Let's see. I gotta maybe move. Well, he's faster than I am, so.
It's the same speed. 30 feet movement.
Darian, did you move your hunter's mark?
You're
Yes.
allowed to move Hunter's
Yes,
Mark
that is
as
a
a bonus
bonus action.
action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You. The guy who had it died, so. I was
Yeah,
just
yeah,
making
yeah.
sure you did it already.
I think doesn't Hunter's Mark apply to a type of?
I think Hunter. You're
Creature
thinking, I
is
think,
a
of favored
specific
enemy
creature.
and/or favored foe, whichever one it is.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that's different.
Hunter's,
Well,
Hunter's
Yeah,
Mark-
Hunter's Mark.
Mark, no.
It's hex, but for ranger.
Okay, well, I will move it to this bugbear.
Okay.
Okay,
Just
and
making
then
sure, man.
from here.
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah, I didn't know. I totally mixed it up with favored foe for sure.
Yes.
I got you.
Yeah, they do similar things, but have different applications.
You can definitely stack too.
Yes.
If you use
they
them,
do.
yeah.
If you're fighting your favorite foe and Hunter's Mark, then you get 2 extra dice on your attack.
No, they don't stack because they're both concentration.
Oh,
can't stack
that's
them.
right.
Yep, they did that on
but
purpose.
I forgot
yeah,
about.
I won't be moving, so I'll just stay put.
Okay, you'll still get the +2. So this bugbear is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, and he's going to thwack at you.
Whack me.
That is a 23.
That'll hit.
That is, what's there? Plus, again, +2. That's 8 damage to you.
Bad, but not terrible.
Then this one's going to go. He's just going to come down here and take another swing at you, Darian.
But Aster gets an opportunity of attack that she can't do.
She doesn't. A 17.
17. That'll hit.
Okay.
Can I? Is this an instance where? No, it's not because it's AC. Never mind. Never mind.
8 more damage to you, Darian.
Is that with the
Oof.
+2, Darian? Did you add
Yeah.
the +2 to your AC? Okay.
Yeah, but +2 gets me to 16.
Yeah, okay.
All right, and then this bugbear is dead. I will take him off, which gives
Not
it to
that
Jayla.
cover
Jayla's
applies to melee attacks.
Ooh,
but-
this is a tough one for Jayla here. She looks over to you, Arthur, and goes, "Do you got this? Should I help your buddy, or do you want help?"
I got this. I'm gonna wink at her.
All right, so she's gonna run down here next to Aster and try to take a chunk out of this bugbear. That will just miss him.
Classic Jayla.
Arthur, you're next.
All right, come on,
Well,
you
she
fat
tried.
piece of shit. I'm gonna take a. I'm gonna slide my my scimitar between his legs and try to run it against one of his Achilles heels.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, off the table. Come on. Ooh, that's good. All right, 16 plus 6 is
That will
gonna
hit.
be
That will
22.
definitely
Only
hit
a
him.
22.
All right, and that's
You will
gonna
not have
be.
sneak attack though.
It will. He's by himself. It's my because Swashbuckler.
Oh, that's
So
right.
Swashbuckler gets it if you're
Swashbuckler,
one
yup,
and running.
yup.
Yep. Swashbuckler's insane.
4 plus 4 is 8, and then I add another 2d6 to that, or 1d6 to that. Excuse me.
Like literally, the only way you don't get sneak
So-
attack is if you're rolling with disadvantage.
12. So 12 damage to him.
Yep. So Arthur, as you take your sword, you run it along its Achilles tendon. It just erupts in blood, like just huge blood spray. And the ogre grabs its leg,
Oh my.
and it stumbles forward and falls over. And it's laying on the ground, still alive, but slowly, due to the blood loss just spewing from it from all its wounds, it dies.
I'm just gonna kick it.
there you go.
I'm gonna kick it over as it kind of falls down onto its knee, and then I'm gonna kind of eye the situation over with Darian and Jayla, and then also see that Sentinel's kind of a little outnumbered. I'm gonna maneuver myself around here, 5, 10, and I'm going to pull out ready my pistol.
Astra's gonna go next, and Astra's just gonna go and pat Jayla on the shoulder and go, "You need this, honey," and give her fairy inspiration.
Nice.
All right. This bugbear up here is gonna go, and he's gonna go boom boom and attack you, Sentinel. Sentinel, does a 16 hit you?
Yep.
Oh. We gotta get you some
4
gear
damage
armor,
to you,
man.
Sentinel.
How much?
4.
4.
And that's halved already.
We gotta get you some plate mail on that chicken, man.
Yeah.
Even though you're a
Well,
barbarian.
Yeah. That doesn't
Darby,
sound
you are
good.
next.
Just get wiser.
He's a dwarf.
Yeah,
Just turn into a dwarf.
just transform into a dwarf. Well, this is an interesting predicament, huh? Got 2 groups of people, and both of them desperately need help. Well, I'm gonna move the 10 feet up to the cliff. And you know what? Do I have a coin? I do.
I think this group needs more help than this group does.
I would agree, but I don't know what to do here, so I'm just gonna flip a coin. Heads, it's Sentinel. Tails, it's Darian.
Ew. Roll a d2.
Well, I flipped the coin. We got heads. All right, Sentinel, you're getting help. Chuck in
Perfect.
Ace of Spades, Eldritch Blast at that one right in the front.
Okay, give me a roll.
That is
Give him
a
55.
24 hit.
That will definitely hit him.
4. I did not roll damage with it this time, because I am a bad player. For 9 force damage.
It's alright, I asked you guys to roll damage when you make your rolls, and I haven't been doing it since day 1, so I apologize.
I've been doing
about
it for
that.
most of them. I just didn't do it.
Doing it afterwards.
couple
I
of
like
times.
That was a good,
defense,
that
'cause
was a
I
good
hate
hit.
I hate seeing the damage if I miss. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
that would have been a good hit.
Oh, I got
So
max
you-
damage, but I rolled a 2.
Darby, you huck your card. It just slices right across the bugbear's arm. It lets out a yelp. It's still up, obviously, but you got a good hit off of him. What else for you?
Got a little bit more movement. I'll move another 10 feet this way.
'Kay.
Just create some more
Jamie,
space.
you are next.
I am
JJ?
going to. I've decided
We're all over
I'm
this mess.
going-
It's hard to keep everyone on screen.
this. I'm gonna go right here. Action and bonus action.
Okay.
And with my movement and bonus action. So I just book it in this direction,
Okay.
and then with my action, I am going to make a disarm attack against that
Ooh.
bugbear to knock its weapon out of its hand.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a.
So that would be a 16 that
Dang.
it would need to be.
Yep, it's going to contest that and roll a 6.
Yeah, so I
Nice.
will pop
Start
that
down.
weapon out of its hand.
So as
was
this
gonna be like-
bugbear goes to swing at you again, Darian, Jamie immediately knocks its weapon out of its hand. It drops it, kind of glances over to see. You all see this new fellow here just whack this sword right out of his hand.
It's just most of your men are dead at this point. I think maybe you might just want to leave.
It just hisses at you.
Fair enough.
Anything
It's
else?
trying
you
to get its mom's money back.
No, that was it. That's all I was gonna do.
Sentinel, you are next.
All right. I'm gonna take a whack at the one in front of me.
Go ahead.
That is a 23.
It's a big
Definitely,
roll.
that'll definitely hit.
Don't forget
Nice.
that rate.
Damage. Big damage.
Hey, there we go. That's
Yay.
17
Oh.
max damage.
Hey, let's go.
Oh! One away from killing it.
No, robbed again.
Can I
Oh.
punch him?
Did you add your
Has
rage
to be
damage?
another-
I assume you did. If it's a 17, but
Yeah, I did.
It's this one, right? This one
yes,
right
the
here.
top one.
And it's literally his turn now.
Is
Did you have
your
anything
rage
else to
damage
send off?
actually a +3 and you just didn't realize it?
I don't have a
No,
different.
it's a
light
+2
melee
still.
weapon, so.
Anything else
Other
to
than my
Sentinel?
javelin, I guess, but no, that's it. I don't
You
have
wouldn't be
a
able to anyways.
a
'Cause
way
it's
to hit him again.
It has to be a light
Technically,
weapon.
a battle axe is two-handed.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so this bugbear is in his final breaths. Will take a swing at you. That is a 15 to hit.
That ties.
Okay,
So that
that will
hits.
hit then.
Yep.
4. Ooh, that's big damage. 7 damage to you this time. And that will be his turn. Darian, you are next.
All right, so as Jamie comes in and disarms this guy, I'm gonna almost treat it like an opportunity, and I'm going to bring out my quarterstaff and bop him in the head.
You give him that bop.
Bop it.
That'll be 17 to hit. Threw me off. My plus was different than my longbow. Anyway, does that hit 17?
Yeah, 17 will hit.
All right, and that will do 14 damage, 3 of which is psychic.
All right, so you give him a good thwack on the head. The bugbear stumbles back, dazed slightly, but he survives.
What a bastard.
At least he doesn't
Anything else
have a
for you,
morning
Jamie?
star.
Or I mean, Darian, I'm sorry.
I'm getting ready to go down. Let's make it happen.
All right, you're staying?
I don't want to take the opportunity of attack.
All
All right, so the bugbear on your left is going to swing at you. That is a non-natural 20.
God.
Oh boy. Roll minimum damage.
14.
That's not minimum damage, Ethan.
No,
That's the
it
opposite of minimum
No.
damage. I am down.
Yep,
Yes.
so Darian immediately goes down. And the bugbear will then move himself up 1 to you guys. And that will be his turn. So then the bugbear who dropped his weapon will reach down. He will pick it up. And I just looked this up because I was curious. Picking up a dropped item and drawing an item is an item action. He is allowed to do it. It does not action.
Get a
So
free
he is going to
item interaction.
swing it. Yep, he's going to swing at you, Jamie, since you knocked his weapon out of his hand.
Okay.
That is a 22
Hit.
for 12 damage to you.
Okay.
Comes and he smashes you with his mace real quick. All right, so Jayla's not too thrilled. She's going to try to take this guy out. That's a hit. She can't. He has 1 HP. He can't not. Or 3 HP. She pretty much can't not kill him. So Jayla runs him through after he gets a smack off you there. Right as he hits you, Jamie, Jayla comes in and stabs him right through the stomach and pulls her blade out, and he falls over dead. Arthur, you are next.
All right. Seeing that he saw Jayla run over here, assume Jayla has that situation under control, not knowing what happened to Darian there. 5, 10, 15. He's going to nudge Sentinel and say, "Man, 2-on-1. That's not very fair of you, Sentinel." And he's going to attack the not super weak bugbear first. I'm going to attack the one that has more health.
Give me a roll.
That is 17 plus 6, 23.
That will hit him.
All right, so that's going to be with sneak attack.
Oh.
That's going to be 6, 2, 9. 9 plus 4 is 13 damage.
Okay.
And then I'm with my bonus action, I am going to slide my sword in between Sentinel and the one that has 1 HP and try and clip him to death.
Go ahead.
Kill, steal.
I'm trying.
The
I'm trying, what
kill
was it?
still.
Come on. Ooh, that's a nat 20, so he's dead.
Yeah,
Super
he's immediately dead. He has 1 HP. So, Arthur, you run him through very quickly as well as you slide your blade in. You flick it into his chest and you flick it out and crack my wrist there. And he dies.
And then as I'm finishing off that kill, I'm going to kind of 180 and smack this guy across the face with my tail as I go 5, 10, 15 to finish off my movement there.
Okay. Aster will go. She is going to look at you and be like, "New guy, you can do it." And now, Jamie, you have fairy inspiration.
Well, that's super helpful, I guess.
All right,
Hey, that's
so
what it is.
Arthur, the bugbear you just thwacked is charging at you. Sentinel, you may take an op.
Come on, Sentinel, that's the whole point of my class. Let's go.
All right.
Roll big.
That's an 8. I'm gonna use fairy inspiration.
It's a D4.
Okay.
Don't bother. You can't make it.
Can I pair it with some DM inspiration?
He just really wants to
No.
kill him.
No.
You can't use both. Why
I
not?
didn't. Do you have DM inspiration?
Yeah, from like the way at the very beginning, you
Yeah,
gave everybody
I still
DM
have mine.
inspiration.
I haven't used it. I haven't cashed it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a D6, I think. Yeah, I'll let you nut blow both of them.
Yes.
Come on, Nick.
Come on, Sentinel.
Oh, that's max. That's 10.
A 24.
Yeah, that's 10
Alright,
plus
that
8,
will hit.
18.
18.
There we
Of
go.
That'll
course.
definitely hit him.
Of course it is.
Give me
Kill
DiMaggio.
him.
Max
Kill
damage.
him.
He rolls minimum damage after all that.
I'd be very
That would
upset.
be hilarious.
Use the force, Sentinel.
Come on,
9
Sentinel.
damage.
All right. So you do 9 damage to him. Does not kill the bugbear.
Oh, boo.
So you
Bummer.
do get a good whack
coming
at him.
after
You hit
him,
right
though.
in the small of his back as he goes, but he's still going to take the attack at Arthur. 23, Arthur.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, you got lucky. 7 damage.
Okay.
Comes
Still
and
up.
hits you with his mace. We'll move to you, Darby.
Is that all you got?
Oh boy. Alright. Everyone's looking terrible. Everything's going horribly. Everyone's about to die. You're within 60 feet.
Dayla doesn't know what you're talking about. She has full HP right now.
Yeah, but you can't hit the broadside of
Yeah.
a barn.
Jayla
I
can't
know.
hit anything.
You rolled 23 on all these bugbears to hit us, but
I
Jayla,
know.
no, that one.
2, 8.
I get my spells back on a short rest. Let's do it.
You need to get like a specific Jayla die. You just
Yeah,
need to take
honestly. See, he's within the 60 feet range. He is going to be hold person, so I need a wisdom save of 14 from my wonderful
guy right here?
golden jack. Yes, the jack of chains, if you will.
A 9.
That is a big fail. So as the
He is
card
out.
hits, the wonderful yellow card, the chains just start
He's
wrapping around him and just
paralyzed.
shoot into the ground.
Which one?
Yep, so-
the
Oh,
one
that's
right in
The
front
one
of
on
me?
the bottom, yeah, the one right next to
in
you. He
front
is
of you. So this
paralyzed.
bugbear, the gold card hits him. All these chains grab him and start holding him back.
which is probably the worst condition you can be. Like, if we're gonna
Yes,
be honest.
paralyzed, other
chain
than
hooks.
unconscious and about to die. Paralyzed is the next
Nice.
worst.
so
cool,
Jamie,
well-
you are next.
Well, no longer worried about this guy. I'm gonna be like, suck, bro. Like, I told you to leave. I'm gonna get down next to Arthur, and I'm going to
Darian.
use
There.
Darian. My bad.
I can
Darian,
see where
and
the
I'm gonna use
confusion
my.
is, though, because he's unconscious.
Yeah. Oh, that reminds me. I gotta add another down to Darian on our down
Yeah,
count.
I'm gonna use my healer's kit.
Go ahead and give me a medicine check.
I also have to add a new roll.
That is a 22.
That will work. I'm just looking up the healer's kit rules again. I believe you actually get HP for this.
I have
You
the
stabilize a creature.
technically yes, but I have the healer feat. So when I stabilize a dying
Yes.
creature,
So he gets extra.
you get 1 hit point. And I am going to use my action or my. Yeah, I use that as a bonus action, and then as my regular action, I am going to give him 1d6 plus 4 extra HP.
Oh wow.
What do you give? What's giving him 1d6 plus 4?
The healer's kit. As an action, I can use this too. So I use it to
gotcha.
stabilize him, but then I'm also gonna get
Hey,
stuff.
that's pretty good.
Yeah.
So then
The healer's kit does have 10 uses on it, just
Yep.
as a heads up.
Yep.
Yes.
So this is 1. So 1d6 plus 4 plus your maximum amount of hit die. So whatever your hit die number is, it'll be that.
So 3.
We're level 3, so 3.
So it'll be as a total. Well, that's not super great. That's gonna be 5 plus 4 is. No,
3.
sorry. Yeah, 5 plus 4 is. No, sorry. I keep doing this wrong. It's 5 total, and then plus 3 is 8.
There you go.
Okay.
So it'd be 9
That's,
total.
I would say that's actually pretty good. That's better, about as good as your standard healing potion right
Yeah,
there.
that's
Yes.
It's a
So
full
you got
9
9.
You had
And
one from his
you
bonus
brought him
action,
back
so you should have
from-
9
Yes.
health now total.
Yeah, you should
Yeah.
have 9 total.
So immediately Jamie, I said Jarian. Jamie runs around. Yeah, runs
Jarian.
around this bugbear who's just in
I
prison.
ship Jarian.
Dives down to his knees and immediately begins patching up Darian, and like clockwork, you guys are used to stabilizing your friends and them being passed out for a while. Like clockwork, Darian's eyes shoot open and you are back and ready to fight again, buddy.
And I'm gonna say
Where
like,
was this guy?
I'm gonna say like, don't worry.
Honestly.
It's like, it's gonna be okay. I'm a doctor. You'll be fine.
Anything else
Well-
for you, Jamie?
Thank you.
Other than that, I'm gonna be like, you're not done fighting yet. I just wanted you to know that you're not gonna die here in the middle of the street. That was
All
it.
right,
Yeah, that's it.
Sentinel, you are next then.
All right, I'm going to give myself some space here. So I'm gonna go here, and then I'm going to whip my beak X and do
Yeah,
a
back and
reckless
forth.
attack
Okay.
at the guy next to Arthur.
All right, give me a hit roll for that.
14.
With advantage.
That will miss.
Oh no!
Bummer. And I
So
don't
you
have
go to-
fairy inspiration anymore.
Good time to
No.
use it.
No, you used it last time, but so you fling your beak chain and it misses. This
I'm
bugbear
still
is
new
dead.
at this.
Anything else for you, Sentinel?
That is it.
Darian, you are next.
All right. So this dude here has that.
That's a
static
free crit
effect.
if you attack him.
He's
Done
paralyzed.
deal.
So
So
yeah,
you-
as long as you hit him, you get advantage, and if you hit him, it's an auto crit.
Yes.
All right.
Yep.
So I'm going to say thanks to this doctor fella, and then I'm gonna pull out my. He can't attack me, can he?
No,
Nope.
he can't
No.
even. He can't move or speak. He is
Yeah.
entirely
Well,
paralyzed.
He will get the save again at the end of his turn. So
Yes.
his turn is next, so he
All
can
right.
break out of it.
So I'm gonna take a motion, and I'm gonna step over here while I draw out my longbow, and I'm gonna shoot this loser right in the freaking dome.
It's no.
So you. Yep, you have advantage.
Okay. So
And
all I
he
gotta
gets a
do is
free
hit.
crit.
All I gotta do
Yep.
is hit. +7 to hit. Come on.
Should be
Good.
pretty easy.
18.
That will hit.
Yes. Okay.
Auto crit,
And then
baby.
Yeah.
I'm
You
not
get
gonna
big
redo my
damage.
hunter's mark, but I am gonna do a favored foe.
Sorry,
so I'll
sorry.
give it
So
an
you're
additional
not
+4.
you're not within 5 feet of him, so you don't get the auto crit. You have to be
I
within
take-
5 feet of him.
I take
to-
that back. I'm gonna hit him with my quarterstaff.
That's fine. That's fine.
Okay. Okay, so let me get the right damage dice here.
Sorry, I had to
so
make
it's
sure I got that right.
I think you can
You
still
are
use
good.
favored foe on him though.
Yeah, I'll use favored foe on
Yeah, you
him.
can still do that though.
Okay, so that's a
it
D4
within
for
5
the
feet?
psychic.
And the favored foe will be doubled as well because it is dice.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
It is dice that
I'm just gonna
happens
have to roll twice
before
because I didn't
or during
grab
damage,
enough
not after.
D4s for this. Okay, so that's 7, 11 plus.
Yeah, it's 5 feet.
Ooh, wow. So that'll be 24 damage.
Wow! You just smashed this dude right across the face.
Doesn't that
You
feel
actually-
nice?
You actually feel like as you hit him, you hear and feel his jaw break and like go this way and like hang down a little bit as you smoke him so bad. It's not enough to kill him, but the bugbear looks up. All of his teeth are like going this way. His jaw is hanging down like this. You can see his tongue flopping out the side. Blood and pus is just spewing down his face.
The most
Jesus.
non-lethal character, Darian, just fucking.
Yeah, that's twice in the same battle.
Literally maimed this dude. Which is definitely better than
Yeah.
killing.
Fucking crazy.
And then-
Anything else for you, Darian?
With a headache that's even worse than before, I'm just gonna hobble 30 feet over here.
Yeah, he can't take
Alright.
actions or reactions. You're good.
The
not
bugbear,
dead?
you will get it. No, he's alive. Barely, but he's alive.
But he has to make the wisdom save still.
That is a 13.
That fails.
All right, so Jayla will attempt to kill this guy.
She rolls a 1.
Honestly.
So what
time.
happens? What happens if Jayla rolls a natural 20?
It's just an
The
auto
world
crit.
ends.
It's just a
Yeah.
regular
Something
crit.
is weird.
That's-
Yeah,
The
it still
world-
just crits because she still hits.
A
It's not a
portal.
crit, so you can't double
Yawning
crit.
portal.
All right. Well,
But if she did nat
She does.
20, then she can smite and get the big boy damage.
he doesn't need to. He has only 3 HP left, so she
Oh
just
my god.
cuts him down, kills him.
We're leaving these guys with like 2 health.
All right, and that kills
The
him. The only
mother's
one left is the one
undiagnosed.
over by you, Arthur.
Yeah.
I say, come on, man. Look what happened to your other guy. And that was from somebody who was unconscious a second ago. And then I'm going to strike him twice with my scimitars. Let's see. Double roll worked out well last time.
Our whole person's
That
so good.
is a, so 9 plus 6, that's 15.
That will miss.
Miss. Oh, and the other one's a 6, so I miss with both of them.
All right, Aster.
Oh,
I'm going to move.
Yep, that's fine. Oh yeah,
I'm gonna
good
move.
point. Good
Yes.
point.
He did attack.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And I'm on my way around the ogre.
Aster isn't gonna do anything because she didn't really need to,
You can give me fairy inspiration, but that's fine.
Or the
and he's gonna charge at you, Arthur, and take a
Yeah.
swing.
Oh my god.
16.
Yeah, that's going to hit.
That does 14 damage to you.
I'm out.
Eesh.
Arthur goes down.
that's another one on the Arthur count. Man, Arthur up to 5. Yeah.
I know, man. I got 2 attacks on this guy. I didn't think he had AC higher than 15. That's crazy.
I don't matter.
Darby.
Well,
You're
he's within the 120 feet of Eldritch Blast, so we already know what's about to
Yes,
happen
yes.
here.
Bring him down.
We're gonna-
Throw that card. Throw that
Welcome to everyone's
card.
favorite game show. Throw that card.
Fuck it.
Oh, that's a big miss. That's an 11.
That definitely misses. You hit the ogre in front of him.
I'm not used to throwing this far. What do you expect? All right, but I'm gonna book it 30 feet this way and try to get a little bit closer. I don't need to be so far away anymore. That is my turn.
All right. The next one is Jamie. You are next.
All right, we're gonna be doing action and or movement, and then bonus. What doesn't matter? I'm moving action and bonus action to get over there.
Okay.
And then I'm using my action to do the thing. So
The
it's
healer's,
another.
the healer's hit. Medicine check.
Yep. Oh, that's not well. 11. So that's
It's over.
More-
It's 10 or higher. You
yeah.
get it.
So got it. And so that brings you up to 1, and I can't do the extra thing because I don't have another action.
No
But
worries,
you're
man.
at
1
my
HP.
1. You're at
Arthur
1,
is back
so
on his feet.
Slip. You see me just slide. I slide past our Darian. Slide, whip out my stuff, and just be like, I slap Arthur in the face once to wake him up. And I'm just like,
You pull out the smelling salts from your bag
Yeah.
and you slide by him and put it under his nose.
slap it. I was like, hey, we're not done yet.
You're way more careful with him.
And that's it. That's all I got.
Sentinel, you are next.
All right, I'm gonna move in here, get in the way, and take a good old whack. We're gonna
A
do
reckless
reckless
whack?
again.
Okay.
A reckless whack.
It's the best kind of
19.
That will definitely hit him.
Kill him.
whack. Well,
Reckless whack.
Or
do it.
10.
Presley,
So you bury your pickaxe right
Yeah.
in his chest. As you
Yay.
push it to the ground, Sentinel, you just keep digging into with your beak axe till you hear his ribcage just crack open like a nut, and it dies.
Man,
Yes.
Jayla killed so many bugbears in that fight.
She was a useful champion for
We
once.
fought 5, and we only killed 2 as a party. We also got the ogre, though.
I did
That-
some almost scarring things, like to
Yeah.
some bugbears.
Yeah, you actually maimed a bugbear.
I didn't even mean to. It just happened.
Paralyzed bugbear too. He
Yeah.
could not do
He
anything.
you
was
smoked him.
defenseless.
To be
All
fair,
right,
he became defenseless while I was unconscious.
That's fair. Yeah, you just woke up like, oh,
Com-
die.
The combat is completed, and it is after 9, so why don't we go ahead and take a 10-minute break? Let's make it a little shorter. Let's come back at like 9:12. Let everyone use the bathroom real quick.
Like a 6-minute.
And
I do have to use.
yeah, me too. So we will be back
I'll probably change up my
shortly,
drink here.
everyone.
Turn needs
Yeah.
a break.
Let's roll.
All right, what up? We're back. Hi.
We're back. Short break tonight. All right.
For it.
So after
Mm-hmm.
the encounter,
I would like to loot the bugbears for their gold.
All right,
Same.
so
Arthur will join
Jayla,
Darby.
Jayla has sheathed her sword, and she's kind of asked her some shit for kind of making fun of her during the battle. For those of you who loot the bugbears, you get.
They're looking for gold, so clearly they got some.
Here's my other team.
You said you're looking for balls?
No, I said they were looking for gold, so they've got to have some.
You find 26 gold pieces amongst them.
Ooh.
Okay.
Nice, nice.
Not too shabby.
Obviously, they have some morning stars and stuff like that, and
No, I
their
don't care about
armor
any of that.
is hide armor. So
No, I
it's
don't need
made
any
for
of that.
It's made for bugbears, so it'd be a
Yeah.
difficult fit for most of you.
Ball sack armor.
Yeah, that's what it is.
So
Well,
yes, Jayla sheathed her sword. She kind of comes over to the party and she goes, "Well, that was a bit of a tough one there. If it wasn't for our friends here, I think things might have gone a little south there. What's your name?"
Whew, my goodness. Yeah, that was a lot. Ugh. Dr. Jamie Watts, nice to meet you.
She
You're the
shakes her hand.
champion of Highwater, right?
Yes, Jayla Pentagast. You've heard
Huh.
of me, I guess.
Yeah, I thought you'd be better.
we all did.
She kind of just glares at all of you, and she's like, "Okay, I'm having a bit of an off couple days, okay?"
Yeah, it seems more
Anyway,
like an off
The
life. to
general
me.
consensus.
I'm just gonna be like, yeah. So you took a lot of big hits there. In the future, I try blocking or just getting out of the way because these things are pretty big, and big pointy objects in the body, super negative, just for overall function.
You know, I didn't realize
Yeah,
that.
now that
He's
you say
pointing out
that,
the
that
facts.
makes a lot of sense. I
Makes
never
sense.
thought of it
I-
that way.
Thanks for the diagnosis, Doc.
The one problem though is the whole like getting out of the way and running idea you had. That's kind of the general idea that everybody in our party does. So when you're the only one out in the open, when everyone else has run, kind of makes you the only target. But I like where your head's at. And
Yeah.
thanks for the revive back there. That's probably the quickest I've ever been unconscious and back. So
You get knocked out a lot.
you could say that.
Yes, he does.
Huh.
The
No,
group has
like-
a issue with getting knocked out quite a bit in battle.
My problem
I'm
is I
like-
just can't stay down.
Hold on a second. I'm gonna take out my little lantern. I'm gonna light it, angle the mirror so that the light is. Take your head, and I'm gonna be like, all right, let me see, follow the light with me. I'm just gonna make sure you don't have a massive concussion or anything.
Arthur's going to deliberately move his eyes away from the light whenever he moves it.
Yes. All right. If you were not to fake this, that'd be super helpful.
Yeah,
the
you're gonna learn that about me. I'm not really the super helpful type.
Oh, that's super
While the two
great.
of you
Wonderful.
are doing this, Aster flies over to you, Darian, and is like, "Darian, are you okay?"
Yeah, I'm good. Thanks to Jamie here.
He's,
Good guy.
he's pretty impressive. But are you okay specifically?
Yeah, but you should ask him. He's a hunk over there, Asher. Look at this
I don't-
guy.
I mean, it's pretty cool what he can do, but no one's as hunky as you, Darian.
Yeah, worth a shot. Thank you.
Well, Mr. Hunk Darian, here's your 5 gold cut of what we found.
I'll just pocket it real quick.
And everyone will get 5, and I get 6. Because I'm a good guy and took the extra, so you guys didn't have to worry about it.
Will I see him doing this?
Is that what we're calling it?
I mean, there's one, and everyone gets 5.2, and I'm not breaking 1 gold, I'm just taking it.
I will say that you are at this point are probably busy enough working on Arthur that you wouldn't see him
Yeah.
doing this, since you would be
Yeah.
doing
Okay.
it as you're looking at him.
Yeah, I'm doling it out at everyone.
Jayla's kind of over there with you guys, watching Jamie as you're, inspecting Arthur, and she says, "So, what finds you on this road here? Are you headed towards Bridgetown, Igarith, going north, perhaps?"
Yeah, I was headed to Bridgetown.
Okay, that's where our group's headed right now.
Yeah,
It would be
okay.
handy to have a healer.
I haven't
Yeah.
had one before.
Well, I'm the best. Though, I'm gonna kind of look at everybody. I'm gonna look at Sentinel and be like, I'm not a vet, though. I don't know how I'm gonna help your mount.
He's,
How do you ride that?
Not a mount.
You don't. He's not a mount. He is.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to ride, I'm always
Oh,
happy
it
to help.
talks. Holy
But
shit.
yeah, hi, I'm
Yes.
Sentinel. I am watcher over the people of. I'm still working on it, but you know, my name's Sentinel.
Did a wizard do this? I'm gonna like walk over and I'm going to be like, follow my finger.
And look back.
Did someone enchant this chicken?
I believe they're called guardian fowls.
Oh, not a
Don't,
chicken.
don't know much about them.
I've
Better to
never
see.
heard of this.
But the good thing is you said you're not a vet, and he distinctly is probably the one person in our party you won't have to worry about.
Huh.
He's made a
Okay.
thicker stop, and I'm gonna kind of nudge him.
And I just ruffle my feathers a little bit, and I nudge him back just a little harder.
And I fall over.
Just completely collapse to the
Interesting.
ground. Oh,
Well,
I've
I've
died.
seen. I guess I've seen. Well, no, I can't say I've seen weirder. This is a giant chicken that's talking, but
we've
we're
seen
just
weirder.
gonna rock and roll with that, I guess.
He's good people.
So
Thanks, Darren.
speaking of you, Sentinel, you can throw your beak axe now.
Yeah, what up
Oh
with
yeah.
that? You just.
Yeah, I don't know. I just felt it in me, and out just came another version of my beak-axe. Weirder stuff happening every day.
Craziest creatures. What I'd give for just to have a feeling of being able to do something like that, Sentinel. It's astounding.
Well,
I don't know.
let me tell you,
The only
magic ain't all it's
feelings
cracked
that
up to
I
be.
get are hunger and sleep
Mm.
and pain.
gonna
Lots of
yeah.
pain.
I'm
I
gonna
was gonna say
second that
pain,
magic
unconsciousness,
bit.
maybe a little bit of concussion as well.
I could use some food. I'm a little hungry and I'm a little tired. You know, how about we hit the road and get a little bit of
Why don't
both?
we walk another couple hours and yes, why don't we walk another couple hours, make camp, and I'll cook us up something good tonight. Champion special.
Well, if you don't mind, I'm not trying to run into a group of bugbears alone again. And if you don't mind me saying so, y'all seem like you need help
Well,
getting back.
Are we that obvious?
No. I would say like it took a lot of my mental faculties to see that. Clearly,
Of
you're
course.
established warriors of the highest renown. So I would love to just be in your presence and
Oh.
not get killed.
of course we're the
We could
highest
always-
warriors.
We could always use another patronizing partner.
I got the champion of high water here. Of course we're high warriors of great renown.
Yeah, I know, and I can see that these reputations of the high ups certainly live up to the hype.
Yeah, I would agree with that. They definitely live up to their expectations. They are exactly what you expect them to be.
To remind everyone, I am the one that defeated the Pontiff in Highwater when he turned on everyone.
Sure you did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Sure you did.
Yep, sure. You may have struck the final blow, but who
I
chained
mean,
him to the ground? It was me, not you.
You
You
were
did
never you
what?
weren't there when I
Oh.
stopped the Pontiff of Highwater. Not
Not the
Are you
bugbear.
saying wait one second.
I'm sorry.
You chained a pontiff of
I'm
Highwater to
sorry.
the ground,
I'm sorry.
Army?
I mistook it for the guy we killed in the city.
I'm
I mean,
not
how
one
many
to knock
people have you
references.
murdered?
Like whatever.
Don't worry about that.
Anyway,
That's my bad. I mistook that. Wrong name.
all right.
No,
Were you Jamie? Were you asking Darby or were you asking Jayla that?
I was just kind of asking the general group.
Jayla
This is
kind
like
of
a
looks.
murder group.
Yeah, Jayla
of-
looks at you and she goes, I try to avoid it when I can, but if you're a necromancer, I've been known to stick the pointy end to them occasionally.
Well,
okay. Well, that doesn't. Okay.
not that
that
I've
makes sense.
particularly been keeping track, but since we grouped up, it's been 74.
More than you can count.
Huh. Okay.
That's not including
Well.
Jayla, though. I don't know how many she's killed on her own.
it's
Like
not
five or
murder.
six.
It's mostly in defense.
Mostly, huh? Interesting. Okay. Well,
Well,
I'm
would you
still
consider what we
down
just
to
did murder?
Oh no, yeah, no, 100%. Yeah, no, you killed those people.
Yeah, okay, then yeah. 74.
All right, well, that's good to know.
We did act in self-defense, and they were a threat. Obviously,
yeah, it
they
was
threatened
us or
you,
them.
and they threatened us.
Yep. No, you're not wrong. You're not seeing me say. It said good to know. Someone asked me, "Hey, are these people
we put you in
wanted
higher
rampant
value,
murderers?" I'd be like, "Yeah, yep."
Only
Thumbs up.
some of us.
To the thumbs up.
All right. Well, why don't we start making our way to Bridgetown here before it gets too
Making our
late and
way-
these bodies start to stink?
Downtown.
Uh huh.
Works for me.
Okay.
All right. So with that, you guys leave the bugbear clearing. Probably pull the bodies off to the side at least, so they're just not all strewn all over the road. And you begin making your way to Bridgetown.
Making my
Where?
way.
Downtown. Walking fast. Pace is fast. I'm homebound. Anyways, so you guys find a clearing. You guys get a sleep. Nice rest there. All your HP back.
Before we do conclude the night's rest, though, Arthur will, when it is, because I'm assuming we're taking shifts to kind of like watch over the troop while everybody else sleeps.
I'll take the
When
second
it
half
is
as well.
Darian's taking his, Arthur will kind of stay up to where like nobody else is awake at the time and kind of side chatter, small talk, see if he's okay, because obviously he saw like Darian has been in a lot of pain recently head-wise, and then Darian also nearly murdered a paralyzed bugbear, and that's not something that he's really known Darian to do.
I didn't know
so-
it was paralyzed.
I know. Arthur's
Yeah.
just kind of not to appear too concerned, but it's to kind of give you the general idea. Is he's just going to see if you're generally all right.
Yeah, you'll notice that Darian's head is still a little bit swollen. And I've just had such a splitting headache since we got to the Holy City, pretty much. Right after we left, it just set in. And Squeaks was talking about some powers, but I honestly don't feel them. All I feel is just a terrible headache. I'll have to ask that guy about it tomorrow or something. I motion over to Jamie.
Yeah, something to keep an eye on for sure. But you take it seriously when your body lets you know it's in pain. It's for a reason.
Fair enough. Appreciate the concern, buddy.
And he's gonna zonk out.
So
Alright, cool.
all of you take your rests, no problem. And
Yeah.
so the next morning hits. All rested was Jamie, were you gonna say something? I'm sorry.
No, I just said yay. We're
okay.
Very good.
We're healed up.
Got all my spells back.
Hey, what the heck?
All right, so you guys begin making your way to Bridgetown, and that was your second day basically. While you were out, and you keep going on. You keep on keeping on, and pretty uneventful travel at this point. You had a big encounter there, but over the next 5 days, you guys managed to make your way to Bridgetown, and you can kind of see it off in the distance. You camp out one final night before taking the final couple hours to make your way there. And in the morning, Darian, you discover something has changed about yourself.
Oh boy. So in the morning I wake up. Did you say we made it to Bridgetown? Or we're about to
You
make it
are
to
right
Bridgetown?
outside. You're about an hour or two outside of Bridgetown. You can see it off in the distance.
So it's been a couple days of travel. So the night after we were in combat, we wake up the next day. The swelling in Darian's head has went down, but he started getting kind of like patchy in 2 spots on his head. The next day, the hair is completely gone, and it looks like there's like bumps there. And at that point, we'd be talking to you, Jamie.
Yeah, I
asking
would
you
have
any
said something
questions.
about that.
Yeah, I'm like, what's going on here? The headaches are a little bit better, but what is this?
Do a medicine check.
I won't really. It would more be an Arcana check.
Well, I mean, it would be like a medicine check to see if there's anything like naturally wrong with him.
So yes, you would do that, and I will tell you without even having to roll.
Yeah.
You do a full, thorough sweep on him, Jamie,
Mhm.
over a couple days, and you cannot
Yeah.
see anything actually physically wrong with Darian.
So I would tell him, I was like, whatever this is magical in nature because you are physically fine, with the exception of you probably need to wash your hands before you eat more, and just the general bathing. But other than that, you're
Fair
ready to
enough.
go.
I don't
You
know.
said
If,
it looks like he's got bumps on his head and he's losing his hair where
Yeah.
the bumps are.
Yep.
Does it look like he's, for lack of better terms, being the tiefling of the group? Does it look like he's growing horns?
One
was
could
actually about
interpret
to-
it that way.
I was about to ask if, not that Darby would necessarily say much about it, but if he could just kind of passively try to observe an Arcana check on this and see, after
Go
Jamie
ahead.
states that it's magical in nature.
Go ahead and give it to me at advantage because you are a Dusk Elf.
Ooh, that's good, because the first roll was a 2.
Nope.
That makes it an 11. Not much better.
You've heard of strange magics, Darian, not necessarily related to Dusk Elves, but in the forest in which your people have once resided many, many years ago, creatures that would reside in the wood that would bewitch, bless, and curse people around them, giving them strange deformities or appendages, depending on how you wanted to look at it.
Darby will not say anything. He'll just keep it to himself.
Okay.
When
Just
Alright,
kind of,
and-
just kind of
kinda
vaguely
just-
knowing what might be going on.
When Arthur sees that something kind of odd's happening and kind of starts to kind of imagine Darian with horns, one of the times we're strolling in the next 5 days, kind of like walk up, like kind of like mimic the stride of Darian and kind of like just kind of side eye him and like look him like kind of like not mock him, but kind of like try to walk in the same stride and okay, we might be more similar than you think type of a thing, and just kind of like march next to him.
What are you on about there, buddy?
You got kind of something,
Yeah, it hurts.
yeah.
I bet it does.
But
You
yeah,
fancy yourself some horns?
I don't know. It's just bumps. But over the
Yeah, but-
course of the next couple of days, some very fuzzy antlers have sprouted on top of Darian's head, and now he's like
Arthur
a
will
little
look
young
on.
buck.
And now, as
Interesting.
Darian awakes on the last day, as they are about to make their way into Bridgetown, you all wake up, and Darian, you all of a sudden the pain in your head has kind of gone away at this point. It's actually a huge relief. After it felt like your skull was going to blow off the top of your head, it's all suddenly gone. Everyone else has quite the pleasant surprise, though.
I'm gonna wake up a little more chipper than I have been over the last like week and a half. Like, stretch up. Feeling good today, boys. I don't know what the doc did, but it worked. Thanks. Washing my hands was apparently the solution.
There was.
It's always better than just, not doing that, everyone.
I wash.
Uh,
Occasionally.
We better get you up north before December here.
Yeah. We're gonna be closing in on hibernation time soon.
At this point, I'm gonna feel my head. I'm gonna feel the antlers and be like, oh,
Big are they at this point? Are they still pretty small, or are they like pretty
like
good sized?
like a young buck. It's not a full, rack or
Little baby
anything, but
animals.
little like they still got the felt on them and they're fuzzy. And I'm gonna be. Oh well, this.
What did you do exactly in the woods? Or
Yeah.
better yet, what did your parents do in the woods?
What did-
Was your
What
Oh.
did this wonderful children do to you?
I don't know, but I
Well,
feel
Darby,
like I need to
when
talk to
a
Squeaks.
when a man and or woman loves a buck and or fowl very much,
No.
I
Unfortunately, I was gonna say,
turned
look,
human.
I understand that, Arthur, but clearly this has to
What is
do
it?
with Mitt, Pip, and Squeaks. More
I
specifically,
don't know who
Squeaks.
those random people are, but I can tell you that he's human.
Thank you.
Jamie, I will say at this point, probably just through the days of travel and talking, they would have given you an idea of what they've been through in the last couple weeks. I would say.
Okay,
just so
I
you're-
will. Yeah, I would have been like, well, no, you've been looks like a curse, bro.
Yeah,
Either some sort of curse, or yeah,
I guess there's
it's
worse
definitely
curses.
magic.
or a blessing,
curses
depending on how
than
you
curses.
view it.
I mean,
Oh,
I
yeah.
can wear
as
more
far
hats.
as curses go, that's pretty tame.
Yeah, I guess so.
Just getting
For
deer
now.
antlers, that's... Some people wish they got off that free.
Till the antlers grow down inwards into his brain and sever his, all of his stuff and kill him. But yeah, you're right.
Yeah, sweet release. Some people would wish for that.
You're not a vet, but that's not how antlers work on deer. Right?
Yep.
They don't grow.
Last time I
Yep,
checked, you weren't a
I
deer.
don't know how antlers work on deer, but I certainly know that antlers don't belong on humans. So
He has a point. Humans don't typically
you
have
assuming
antlers.
you assuming that it's gonna go great for you is showing a lot of faith in some magic entity that you don't even know.
I don't think it'll go great.
In
I
fairness,
imagine
both the
questions will
times
be-
we met Squeaks and Mip and Pip, neither were bad encounters. Weird as all hell, but not bad.
Yeah, their mom's a character, and I don't even
Oh.
think she's alive.
I don't know if you can
No,
say they're a
no,
character.
no,
I
she's
think a
not
character
alive.
has to be alive.
Huh. Well, that's interesting. So
Were
these
Nips,
three
Pips,
people
and
that you
Squeaks
met in the
necromancers?
I
so you met some people in the woods.
So,
They had a dead woman with strange things growing out of her.
Yep.
And now
Sure.
you have strange things growing out of you, and you're just saying that that's just a cool thing.
I never said it was cool. I actually don't know what's going on. I don't know where you got this idea.
I know. I'm
I'm
just
trying not
trying to
to
put
freak
the
out.
piece. I'm
You're
just letting
telling
you
me they're
know
gonna
that
grow
you.
into my brain and kill me. Now I'm freaking
I'm just saying that
well,
you should
They
freak
could.
out. You
Hey,
should
Jamie?
be freaking out. It should be something that scares you.
He's
That
he's
is a
kind of
scary
the he's kind of the chipper one of the group. You bringing him down's not going to do a great deal many things for this party. Just so you know.
Well, as he is my patient, it's my responsibility to tell him the truth, and that is not great. And we should probably get that figured out sooner rather than later.
Arian, you might as well start finding a blue swallow now or blue whatever now because Prince Safaran said he'd be back before you died, and it looks like you've just got mere moments left.
Oh yeah, who knows?
Esther at this point has flown over to you, Darian, and is looking at your antlers, and she goes, Darian, no matter what happens, I'm always going to love you. These could grow into your brain like the
love
doctor
now.
man says, and if you became an invalid, I'd still take care of you. Because you're a grower, not a shower.
That's true love right there.
Yeah.
I am fascinated at the.
Before you say anything, we're not a couple, okay? She has a crush on me, and I haven't reciprocated.
Why you gotta let her
What?
down so
Oh.
harshly, Darian?
Wow,
She's
just out in the
trying
open
to
like
care
that.
for you.
Oh, I know
Wow.
we're not an actual couple yet. I'm just saying that it's very likely it's going to happen in the very near future.
Okay. We need to talk to somebody in Bridgetown.
But be careful though, Darian. You may get shot.
Yeah, I think it might be around hunting season right now.
All right, are you guys ready to continue your way to
He's just
Bridgetown?
like, no.
I'm gonna sulk and walk to Bridgetown.
Yeah,
Poor
the
Darian.
entire way, Aster is just patting the back of your head and telling you how much she likes your new antlers, Darian.
I'm gonna be like, thanks, Aster. Keep walking.
Jayla's just kind of keeping her way back. She's in step with you, Arthur, and she just goes, you know, I don't understand my fairy friends sometimes.
I don't understand anybody.
Yeah. And then she kind of starts to sulk a little bit and starts walking her way to Bridgetown.
We're just a big sulking, sad puddle of sad.
As we're walking, though, I'm gonna mimic Arthur, and I'm going to now walk next to Darian. You know, I got another animal here.
Oh, that's great. That's
Giant-
great.
I'm super happy.
Giant chicken.
The art for the VOD.
Yes.
We got
Giant
the Guardian
chicken, yes.
Fowl, the Guardian Buck.
We have our
Random
YouTube thumbnail.
antler,
Make
Yeah.
it so.
Yes.
Oh,
Make
God.
it so.
Demon-born guy.
I'm about to just have a chicken next to a normal, just the most generic looking man I can find on a stock photo website and put antlers on him. And that'll be it.
Grab a picture
Yeah.
of Sweet Tooth.
There
Oh,
you go.
God.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there you
Gus.
go. All right, so
Uh,
takes you about a few hours, like 2, 3, maybe 4 hours to make your way to the western gate of Bridgetown, or the gate that is on the western side that leads you in. As a reminder for Bridgetown, The western side is the merchants, more rich and posh side, where the eastern side is where the working class lives, and they are divided by the large bridge that, people cross as a massive hub port. So as you step through the western gate into Bridgetown, you see that things are not quite the way that you left them. Knights in glittering armor, bearing the Royal Vanitarian seal, now scour the streets. The old Bridgetown guard seems to pale in comparison to the number of the crowned soldiers. Upon arriving at the gate, an armored man at a checkpoint stops you. He also is wearing Vanitarian armor as a member of the king's court, basically, or of his force. And as you approach, and he sees a chicken, a demon folk, a horned man, a dusk elf, and a regular human, which of everyone is the most normal thing on the planet right now for him, he kind of just stops with his checklist and he goes, "Oi, state your business into Bridgetown here."
We're just passing through.
We are traveling with the champion of Highwater.
On
our way to Highwater. How dare you address her in such a manner?
As JLo is taking up the rear, she kind of steps forward. The guard immediately drops his clipboard. He's like, I most apologize, my lady. I did not see you there. Yes, that is it. You and your group are free to go in. Well, thank you. And Jayla kind of pats him on the shoulder, and she starts making her way in. I'm assuming the rest of you kind of begin to follow her.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. I'm with
So as you're following her, the guard does turn back to the group and goes, just a quick moment of your time, Madam Champion. This might be perhaps a bit forward of me to say this. I really like what you do for, Elyssia and for the Vanitarian Peninsula and whatnot. That's not what my orders were, though. So I was told that if any of us had gotten hired ahead of you, that you were wanted by Princess Alma Vanitier. She's here in Bridgetown right now. It's a bit of a situation that requires a championing and things like that. I can take you to her immeditely if you would choose to. I would be honored to do that for you.
Huh. Well, look at that.
Interesting.
Wonder what Princess Alma Vanitier is doing here in Bridgetown.
Looking for you, apparently.
Yeah.
So
They
they
wouldn't send you here
DM.
just to look for me.
Question for you, DM. When we're going around town, does it look like the Vanitier Guard occupation is taking up arms after a struggle of some kind, or trying to prevent one?
They definitely look like they're in charge right now.
Right. I was guessing, does the city look like it went through some sort of battle? Is there rubble and
from where you're at the
armament?
gate, you're not far enough into the city to really tell.
Okay.
So you can ask the guard if you would like to, but
Darby would like to tuck his amulet underneath his shirt while walking.
Okay.
Good boy.
So Jayla,
I'm going to be talking to the princess. I don't want that out in the open.
Go ahead, Jamie.
Yeah, I was also gonna look around to see if there was just injured people anywhere.
No, not that you can tell. Everything looks similar to when you left, at least for the original group. Just a lot more Vanitarian soldiers, knights, and as I said in the description, the guard, the original Bridgetown guard, the ones paid by the merchants, just seem like small fry compared to the armaments and armor on these guys. Jayla kind of turns to the group and she goes, "Well, if Princess Vanitier wishes to speak with me, I cannot necessarily refuse that. I guess this is where I'll take my leave of the group for right now."
Well, thanks for getting us inside, lady. Champion, lady.
Yeah, of course. It was nice working with all of you. And Aster, are you gonna stay with your boyfriend, or are you gonna come and hang out with me? Aster is fidgeting, and she's looking between Jayla and Darian, and she flies up to you, Darian, and she comes down and she picks up your hand by the little finger, and she's holding it, and she goes, "Darian, you are the love of my life. I've never met a man quite like you. but I have to leave you right now. But I will save myself for you, and I hope that you would do the same. And when we come to high water, whenever that is, I will be on the search for you, my one true love. And she kisses you on the nose and then flies back to Jayla.
Okay.
I don't understand.
What did you do?
I'm gonna
How does
pat
that-
Darian on the back and go, you know, must be rough watching your girlfriend leave like that. Think you'll be able to manage with all that heartbreak?
Do you think these antlers hurt when I headbutt people with them, or?
Well, if they're
Don't
anything like Arthur's horns, probably.
Talking from experience, if you hit somebody with these, you can bust a nose.
Huh? You gonna try that out, Darby, or?
I'm okay. You might hurt the pat. Don't want that.
I'm gonna give you a stronger pat on the back than you gave me. Kind of like a. That's what I thought.
Guy has
Champion of
sex
high water. It
with
was
fairies.
No, not at all. What happened?
farewell, champion of high water. It was a pleasure saving your life.
It was a pleasure saving all of your lives, too, the few times I was able to do it. I will be by it to high water when I'm done here, and we can look into what we had planned to look at. Oh, the inn! That's
Yes.
right. You need the inn.
Yes.
Okay,
Payment.
I have an idea. And Jayla fetches out a piece of parchment from her sack, and she begins to quickly scribble on it, fold it up, toss in a letter, and pass it to you. And she goes, "There you go. Got my
We'll
signature
take it.
and seal on it. Give that to the owner of Apazzo's Pizza. It's on the second layer of high water, and the owner, proprietor, Joel Stevenson. He'll get you your inn."
Now, just a hypothetical question.
Yeah.
I mean, he's giving it to us, I guess, right? So he wouldn't
Well,
care
if
if
he
we
doesn't,
did.
he's gonna have to answer to me.
So it becomes ours. So he wouldn't have any problems with potential renovations or complete
no.
redesigns.
In my opinion, the inn's your inn. It's not his inn
Okay.
anymore. He wanted to sell the thing.
Well,
Oh wow.
I mean, we could turn it into something else. You know, maybe a
Well,
gambling
consider it
hall,
sold.
maybe something
Start
else.
a real estate empire.
Arthur's
So there
going
you
to
go.
pocket the letter with the seal.
All right. So you have Jayla's inn letter, if you want to write that down so you remember.
Yep, I got it.
Probably
and with
better you
that-
than me.
Jayla gives everyone their final adieus, shakes hands. Aster longingly stares at you, Darian, while saying goodbye to everyone. And the two of them leave and follow the guard to wherever this Princess Alma Vanatir, which you guys would all be familiar with the princess, the king's sister, basically. So
Yep.
this isn't anything new. Younger sister, I should mention. And you are now alone in Bridgetown.
We are on the western side of Bridgetown.
You are on the
correct?
yes, you are on the western side.
So that's the poor side. And there's guard occupation on both sides still, or on our
You
side
don't know.
as
You're
well?
only on the western side.
Yeah.
You've just entered through the gate.
Okay.
The west side's the rich side, isn't it?
The west
No.
side is the
Yes,
poor
or east
side.
is the rich.
East is rich. Okay. Well, I think we should go.
If we
check
remember
in
that
on,
correctly.
Our friend
Yeah.
Ingrid.
Gertie.
Gertie
Gertie
Hookslinger. There's also the Broken Oar. We have a friend
Yep.
there.
We do.
A big,
He-
angry
Argon,
friend.
Argon is the tavern.
Argo.
Is the owner of the tavern. But
Yeah.
if you're talking about the guy that you told to jump off of a building,
A bridge.
Oh,
that
Thrasher and the
yeah.
boys?
yeah,
Thrasher,
Thrasher
yeah.
and the boys.
Well, look, I'm just saying they clearly have some money, and they're not very bright.
Let's introduce our friend here to Gertie first and see how her plight's doing, because she may be able to arrange us some rooms again,
That is true.
depending on how successful their uprising was.
And how
Kinda
likely
eyeing the guards.
and how good our memory is with getting those rooms.
Yes, well, I'm not unconscious this time, so we'll see how that works.
Well, I mean,
Right.
it was the prince, you know.
So you guys start making your way over to the bridge so you can cross over to the eastern side so you can go talk to Gertie. And you notice that the streets of Bridgetown are incredibly quiet
Oh,
as you're traveling.
I'm sorry. So the eastern. I thought the eastern side was the rich side. I thought the western
No,
side was.
No, the western side is the
Oh, I had
side.
that wrong. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
right
usually
back
the
to
one
you.
who gets them flipped, but
Yeah.
I had 'em
this
flipped
time
too.
I did not.
I thought we left from the poor side.
So did I.
So the streets of Bridgetown, as you travel them, seem oddly quiet, especially now. When you were over here the last time, there were merchants hawking all sorts of wares and whatever at you guys. There are no street merchants out right now. With the increased presence of the Vanitarian Guard, it's almost like the merchants themselves are scared to come out of their ships. And most of them have taken to selling their wares within their shops instead of going out to the streets and trying to coax people in or impart their wares there. As you step forward,
on the western side, I would like to eye where we visited earlier, if I remember, Barry Silverhands. I want to see if the Vanitarian Guard is all the way up there as well.
Oh, they're everywhere. You'd have to travel your way up there, but you see that there is a number of these guards, and most likely there seems to be some that are up there.
Okay.
Cool.
So as you step forward into the market square, Sentinel, you feel a bump, like something ran into you, and a very squeaky young voice goes "Sorry," and then runs around you. She seems like a very, very young beast girl, with almost wolf-like ears, and she's carrying rather precariously carrying this large box that's about the size of her almost. She quickly runs off into a shop that's nearby, titled, or that has a sign in front of it that says Restorious Potions and Other Oddities.
Can I do an insight check real quick?
Sure. What are you trying to
Still
insight
something from you.
specifically?
I guess. Well, my concept is like usually when people run into people, they're like pickpocketing and stuff like that, especially in the city.
Go
That's
ahead
kind
and
of like
give-
what I would
Yeah,
think.
go ahead and give me
First
that
thing I
insight
thought
check.
of.
That's a
Yeah, Darby was
24
thinking
total.
probably.
24. You didn't notice anything. The box this girl is carrying, she's holding in both her arms like this, and she's
Okay.
kind of teetering and wobbling with it. And she's very young. She's like 5 years old. I mean, not saying a 5-year-old couldn't pickpocket and steal.
I was
but-
picking pockets at 5.
Yeah.
So,
I could be
but she
pickpocketing at 5 too.
took off
Yeah.
into the shop. It doesn't seem like she has taken anything from Sentinel.
Okay, well then I won't care too much about it.
I go follow her into the shop.
Okay, is anyone joining Sentinel?
Did you say anything, or you just start turning and follow her in?
Nope. I just go and go follow her.
My eyes are
go
gonna
see if she can
go where the giant chicken
Yeah.
is going.
I'll follow.
Sentinel's on the move. What was the
Yeah.
name of the shop?
It is Restoria's Potions and Other Oddities.
Huh, interesting. Potions, that is gonna make me think, oh, that's someplace I'd want to go. So I'm gonna head that direction.
All right, so Sentinel, as you make your way into the shop, you see it's a modest-sized store. There's a long counter that stretches the length of the shop with many like glass cave shelves behind it, each containing different vials and bottles of different swirling magical liquid. You see this little girl carrying her box, kind of running over. She got a little wolf tail that's flattened, and she ducks underneath there's like a counter that you can like lift up to get behind the counter. She ducks under with the box and plops it down. Behind the counter is a man who looks to be roughly in his late 20s or early 30s. Dark black hair with a decent like beard. Kind of tawny skin, seems to be in very nice, fine robes. He turns to you and he says, welcome to my shop. Malik Restoria, at your service. And here comes NPC images.
Oh boy, I gotta.
RPC
Roll 20.
images.
There you go.
Wow.
What a dashing gent.
I know. I was
Yeah,
gonna
Yeah,
say
he's very
Wow.
He's very, very handsome. It kind of also too after he introduces himself as Malik, he kind of stops and he goes, "Well, I think this might be the first time a chicken's ever come into my shop before.
not a chicken.
Not a chicken. First time a demon folk's ever been in my shop either. Again, Malik Restoria, at your service."
We're usually a lot of first times for
Yeah.
lots of people.
I've never seen this thing before in my
Well,
life.
As a potions maker and alchemist, dabbling a bit in doctory and things like that, I'd say a giant bird like that is the first I've ever seen of him either.
Oh,
Have
you
you
dabble? You're a doctor?
A little bit. My family, long line of potions makers. We've known many medical practitioners over the years. I've picked up a thing or two. Mostly focus on potions making, healing salves,
Well, I'm a doctor.
supplements.
I'm a doctor. I am
Oh!
Dr. Watts. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Malik Restoria. Good to
Mm.
meet you. Oh,
Yep.
the little girl here. I hope she didn't cause you any trouble or anything. I saw you following after her. This is Historia. Not a very good name given my last name, a bit of a joke, but don't worry about it.
Ah, so your last name is Historia, and her first name is Historia.
Historia Restoria. The H and the R. I'm not particularly good at naming children, especially ones that aren't necessarily mine.
Are you
Well,
better
she
at
looked
naming
like
children
she-
that are
It's
yours?
typically pretty tough to name children that aren't yours when
Yeah.
they don't give you their name.
That's true.
Also very true. What can I help you with today, though? You said you're a doctor, potions. I have a few wares. I apologize. I just opened this shop a couple days ago. Everything going on here in Bridgetown, I thought I wouldn't even get a chance to get it open. But I have a few things here. I have some healing potions, a couple little more powerful salves of healing. Do you a little better in battle. I have this potion of kind of inner strength of heroism, you could say. Grandfather's recipe right here. My great, it's quite a long ways. Potion of resisting death, necrotic resistance, they say. And a potion or oil of sharpness. Apply it to any blade, and it will cut deeper and harder.
Well, I will take a look at your healing wares. I'm sure I could make some use of that. My practice is a little bit not as liquid as I'd like right now, but I'm sure we could figure something out. One doctor to another.
Sure. Again, I just opened. I apologize. I'm in the midst of making these. So, right now, I have 4 of the potions of healing. I have 1
Uh-huh.
of the greater healing salve, if that's what you're looking for. For the other potions and oils I mentioned, I have only 1 of those. My family shop in Highwater is a little more stocked. I'm planning on possibly taking a trip in the next couple weeks to pick up some more supplies for this place.
Yeah, well, yeah. I'll take a look at that stuff.
All right. So
Rock and roll with me.
so his potions, he's charging not a super ton for them. His healing potions are 60 gold pieces a pop, and his greater healing potion is 225 gold pieces. The potion of heroism is 200 gold pieces. The potion of necrotic resistance is 300 gold pieces, and the oil of sharpness is 3,000 gold pieces.
All right.
The moment I heard, it was like, oh, Arthur's gonna want that, and then nope, we can't. All right, we don't even have 3K collectively.
Well, your wares are a little out of my price range at the moment. As my friend said, I am also not as liquid as I'd like to be, or ever will be. But one thing I am interested in is you happen to mention what happens to be going on in Bridgetown. I love information, and information is typically free or worth a drink or two. Well, what happens to be going on in Bridgetown?
Well, like I said, I've been here about 2 weeks now at this point. I came in not that long ago with Historia here. It seems like in Bridgetown here there's a bit of a class difference between the workers and the merchants. Some
true.
information was spread around amongst the working class about a possible assassination of their leader. Oh, you have to excuse me. I'm on this side most of the time. I don't know a lot what goes on the other side. I don't know her name, but this person of theirs managed to find this assassination information and convince the mayor, Barry Silverhand, to start meeting with her. So they started meeting with each other, and I guess things were going pretty well, and then all of a sudden, some folk from the east crossed the bridge and started making a mockery here, and the rest burned 2 shops down completely to the ground. Several guards were injured. A couple of the protesters, rioters, whatever you want to call them, were killed. Had to bring in the Vanitarian Guard unless things got out of hand. As far as I know, they've been here for the last 3 days.
You said the talks were going Riley, obviously you weren't in there, but you said the talks were going well, and then all of a sudden, unprovoked,
I'm
there was...
assuming they were going decent. Things, I mean, just listening to some of the rabble-rousing, some of the merchants weren't too thrilled with the goings-on and whatnot, but I can imagine if they weren't happy about it, the people on the east were.
Sounds. You said there were people injured?
There were a few that were injured. I know some healers have taken care of them. I believe the event happened 4 or 5 days ago. I supplied a few potions to them. I brought... One reason I have such low stock, minus just opening, is I supplied some potions to the Vanitarian Guard and healers to assist with any issues and whatnot. The best I can do to help out around here.
Just so I have this correct, you said workers from the east invaded the west, burnt a couple of shops, and then the guard killed, you said 3 of them?
Correct.
Sorry, I'm just trying to take my notes. Well, thank you for the information. It sounds
Of
like
course.
something that we probably wouldn't want to get in the middle of, and I'm going to wink at Darby.
I definitely don't know.
You all mentioned you were a bit light on money. You can't necessarily afford anything here.
Not at the moment. Don't really think I have it like that. I don't know about them. They are more experienced adventurers, and so I'm assuming that they probably have something.
I'm gonna
Haven't
check-
gone through all of their pockets or anything.
I'm gonna check my backpack. And I am actually going to buy a potion of healing, I think.
Okay, with 50 gold pieces? Or 60 gold pieces, excuse me?
Yep.
Alright, subtract that from your inventory. So as Malik is doing the transaction with you, he takes a potion from the glass shelf. It's got like a red swirling liquid in it. He sets it on the table. You pay him the 60 gold. He says, well, I actually have something to maybe request of you. I'm sure you've noticed it may be a bit odd, me, grown human male, and a small beast child together. I mentioned she's not mine either. Well, I found her roughly 2 years ago. See, Historia may look like a beast person, but she actually isn't a beast person. When I found her, I saw nothing more than a wounded wolf out on the road. Had some misfortune of getting caught in a huntsman's trap. I released the wolf and tended to its wounds, only for the creature to change into this girl here. At first I thought it was some form of druidic magic. Some forests have druids in them and whatnot. I've dealt with 1 or 2. They have the ability to change to beast shapes and whatnot. But her transformation, as far as I could tell, provided no magical means. I do believe that Historia is a first-generation born werewolf.
Okay.
A
Have
werewolf?
you ever?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Stop the story there.
I'm gonna kind of lean in a little bit and go, Malik, what was it?
Yes.
Have you ever heard of like were-deer?
Were-deer? I've heard of were-rats before, and were-bears, and owl-bears, but not were-deer. Or elk, or
It's a
moose.
silly idea. Keep it down. Keep it down.
I'm
Um,
assuming you're talking about the things on your head there.
Yeah, they popped up this morning. I don't know. what's
Probably
going
a curse, most likely. Druidic curse would be my guess.
on. Okay. No, that's,
Might be able to
that's
make you a potion for that. We'd have to look at my notes. Oh, regardless what I was saying, said she's a werewolf. You don't have to fear her. She wouldn't harm a fly. Okay, well, maybe she would harm a fly. It's kind of tough to say. I've seen her swat at a few and eat a couple that fly by. But since meeting her, I've been researching that disease known as lycanthropy. If you're unaware, a bite from someone who is infected with lycanthropy can contract the disease, and if not treated quick enough, they will lose much of themselves and transform into a werewolf. A being that can go between a beast form, a hybrid, or that of a human, elf, whatever race they might be. But Historia is different, I think. I believe her to be, as again, a first-generational born werewolf. Unlike those who contracted the disease, she was born with the disease and therefore has staved off some of its more negative, madness-inducing properties. At least I think. She can easily blend in with the beast people, and exactly like werewolves can blend in with, well, other people if they change into their normal racial form. She displays symptoms of lycanthropy, wolf-like tendencies, a desire for meat, occasional howling at the moon. And when he says this, you see the Historia bop her head up and go, "Oh," and then bop her head down. She's a good girl. Good enough that she doesn't necessarily show any of the more violent tendencies that you might see from normal werewolves, those who've contracted the disease from a bite. I believe the disease, the lycanthropy, and I'm sure Dr. Jamie here can maybe back me on this. I believe that disease affects something that we in the medical community refer to as the brain. A massive organ that controls everything about the body, from its function to everything, frankly. You would not be able to function without your brain.
Right.
There may be even some research to say that the brain is what channels magical and arcanic energies. We're not quite there yet, but it's a possibility. Normally, those who contract lycanthropy, there seems to be an elevated increase in the rage hormone that affects people, causing bouts and fits of anger, rage, hatred that can seemingly come on like a flash. This girl displays none of that. Historia's brain, I believe, was born with this disease, and therefore her body is adapted to it in some way, shape, or form. She's incredibly docile, I can promise you that. Though I do wonder what would have happened if she had been raised by actual wolves. I understand she's a child. I'm not sure how it will affect her as she ages. Anyways, in my research, lycanthropy can be cured beyond those initial stages. Right now, once one contracts the disease, they must be treated quickly with potions, spells, restorational magic. Historia has proven to me that one can live with the illness without displaying the negative traits. I've been working on a serum to administer that will cure lycanthropy or limit its symptoms at an advanced stage. We're talking people who have already changed over into werewolves, whose madness has taken them. This serum will restore their sanity. Historia is not a good candidate, for she doesn't display any of these symptoms. But I believe this girl has proven to me that no matter what, this can be cured. Things can be made better here. So, I have heard reports of a small werewolf community not far from Bridgetown. They've been harassing travelers past few months, come on down, steal from them, and whatnot. Many have been attacked, but I believe I can talk to them and present them this serum and possibly gain some test subjects for it. You all look hearty enough. You said you're in need of a bit of coin. I might not be able to pay gold to you, but I could pay you in goods and service. How would you like the potion of greater healing, 2 of the other health potions, and I'll throw the oil of sharpness in there as well. If you can get me a chance to talk to these werewolves and hopefully administer the serum to them.
So, just so we're clear, you said all you need is a chance to talk to them.
Not
If they
an
decide that
actual-
they want to be bloodthirsty animals, try and murder you, we still get the potions.
Correct. I mean, I would most likely need to be alive, though I guess at that point you could ransack my entire place if you want.
Details.
Yeah, we don't worry about that until afterwards.
I mean, ideally he's alive, but
Well, we're talking about werewolves here.
He-
I
not
was
one
like,
of
help
those.
some people.
What if you get turned?
If I get turned, I have potions and whatnot, restoration potions that I can brew up real quick. I'm actually almost done with a couple that would be able to be administered before the disease entered the advanced stages.
What, can you get some brewed up for us just in case, or?
I could probably have 2 ready by this evening or tomorrow morning.
Well, I guess what I was wondering is, what if you got turned and you had a ready subject right there?
Myself, you're saying?
Well, you'd have to.
I
You'd
stitched
Well,
I've
the
stitched
issue
up myself plenty of times.
have to be successful, otherwise he's just risking his own life for nothing.
The Dusk Elf there provides the truth. If I were to contract lycanthropy and the serum does not have the desired effects, I would eventually lose myself, and my research would end there. I don't necessarily like testing on living, breathing people. It's not necessarily always safe, but unfortunately I believe there's no other way to try this.
I don't like the idea of you subjecting random people to just science you're not even aware that works.
I have fumbled with the idea for many, many nights, and hope that this will be a solution. I believe or hope I can at least convince the werewolves that the needs of their group, those who are sick and ill, will outweigh perhaps one of them that would be willing to take this risk.
Why don't we let them make, we don't weigh the table against them, but we make them choose. I mean, if you're
And that
saying
is
it's as
ultimately
bad as
their
it is, yeah.
decision.
Yes.
Yeah, so we'll make it
The
their choice. We'll find them for you.
bloodthirsty werewolves will come to a logical decision.
They have a human form. They're not 100% bloodthirsty all the time.
Oh,
I've
they-
never run into a werewolf. I don't know. You tell me, Malik. Are they bloodthirsty all the time, or?
All I know is what I've heard in stories. They don't really have werewolves from.
They are difficult to gauge sometimes. I have heard of people talking with them. I've heard of people who have been murdered before they even had a chance to utter a word. Hence why I don't plan to go up there on my own. I am not much of a fighter. I'm a potions maker.
Well, I mean, I'm down to give you an opportunity to chat, but I feel like if we're not welcome there and they start lashing out, we take that as our welcome to leave.
I am in
We
agreement
don't-
there.
yeah.
I do not want to risk anyone's lives in a futile attempt to convince people who do not want to be treated.
Exactly. Okay, then I'm on board with that. If it sounds like if they want the help, if this helps, we have an opportunity to help them out. I'm always in favor of that.
As long as you describe the risks to them, I'm fine with it.
It would be in my honor and right to describe those risks to them. I wouldn't consider myself a proper potions maker without at least explaining the possibilities.
Okay.
Doesn't seem to
Well,
see anything wrong
You
with
had
that.
me at potion of sharpness, so I'm
Yeah.
ready.
Wonderful.
Great deal.
Shake my head.
At this
3,500 gold just to say, hey, we tried to talk to some werewolves.
At this point, as you guys have been conversing with Malik, Historia has popped herself out from the behind the counter, and she just like walks right up to you, big-eyed Sentinel, and just looks up at you and goes, "Big fluffy chicken."
Hi. How's it going, Historia?
Can I touch?
Sure. And I kind of lean down.
Don't bite him.
She just buries her whole face into your big chicken ploof.
Oh, I gave her a big. I take my wings and give her a big old hug.
Old chicken hug.
Big old chicken hug.
Big old
Wow.
chicken.
Historia,
so,
don't bother the giant bird. Come on.
I was to say while she's nuzzling Sentinel, usher Malik to the side, kind of out of earshot of the little girl, and kind of ask him. I said, "How much would if she's not yours?
No.
Do you believe she came from? I guess my question is, do you believe she could be the offspring of one of the people in the cave? Because I don't want to be walking in a very deadly situation."
Most likely not. I found the girl closer to Pregla, not anywhere near here.
Most likely isn't a guarantee, though, and if we walk with one of their children into a coven of werewolves...
I'm not bringing the girl. It's far too dangerous. She'll stay here.
Fine. Good enough for me.
When do we want to plan to leave, then?
Does anybody have anything else in town they want to take care of? Did you want to talk to our old friend first before we go out heading out and hunting werewolves? Sorry, going to talk to werewolves?
This seems like the most pressing thing for me to do right now.
I want to know what's up with my antlers.
I was just gonna go gamble at the broken oar. But this seems a little bit more.
So we can go do this and
valuable.
then talk to Gertie, but if you wanted to talk to Gertie, we could see See
Gambling
if,
isn't gonna go anywhere, and I'm sure your friend will be around later.
well, she did have an assassination attempt on her life, so that may not be a guarantee, but
Well then, never mind. That's a 50-50 shot on your friend being dead. So, let's figure that out, guys. What's the plan?
I wouldn't mind going and checking in on Gertie.
All right. Well,
Never
werewolves
know.
aren't
She
going
could have
anywhere.
some
Well, Rose, I'm going
supplies.
either.
I do need a moment to finish prepping the potions if you would like to go see your friend and convene back here at dinner time, let's say.
works for me.
That works.
You cooking?
I'll have something prepared for us, no worries. At least I can do is feed you here before we leave.
That's the least you could do. That's what I was saying, yeah.
Historia, what would you like for dinner tonight? Fish. Well, I'll get us some fish then. We'll have a nice fish dinner before we get going. She's the boss.
Our old friend Prince of Farn was a hell of a fisherman.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was great at fishing. Only the best.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I did
Threw
too.
out his line, no bait, caught nothing, and went, "Yep, that's fishing."
Yeah,
It is
Alright.
fishing. In
And
Guys,
fairness,
I'd like to
it's
go
fishing.
go back to the
Yeah, so on our way to Gertie, I'd like to talk to either Darby or Darian, who's ever privately.
Both
But
around.
I kind of want to say
Yeah,
to
no
them, if Malik is telling the truth about the information he has about town, and the talks were going well, and then people from the east just made their way across the bridge, that may have been a plant. That may have been fake people from the east trying to start an uprising so the talks don't continue to go well. We know Barry's pretty shady with the whole thing with his, I think it was his daughter, right? His daughter Dawn, yeah, was the one who set out the hit for Gertie. So
I wouldn't doubt it.
only
Oh,
reason
my
why I
God.
wanted to check in on her is I don't think everything's as up and straight as we thought it was.
I agree.
We'll see though.
Never be too sure.
All right, so you guys make it to the bridge. It's going to cost silver a piece for you to get across.
I am going to let the guard know at the. Oh, this is going to be. Dang it! This is going to be Vanatier guard, right? Not the original Bridgetown guard.
Yes, it
Yeah,
is a
okay.
Vanatarian guard.
All right, I'm going to look at Sentinel when they ask for the silver apiece.
I'm going to, knowing we're going to be going to the bridge anyways and having to cross, I'm going to prestidigitation. As close of an approximation to the old coin. I don't know if they changed it. And just have that on me ready to go.
Okay.
I'll just give him a silver. I'm not a cheap ass.
I am.
Uh,
I gotta pay my bills, bro.
Sentinel and Jamie, are you gonna also just pay them normally?
No, I wasn't gonna pay them. We're going into the rich part of town.
You're
No,
crossing the
port.
bridge.
We're going to the
So
So
port.
there is a fee to cross the bridge. But
Oh.
you're going to the eastern side, the poorer part.
I'm going to kind of pat my
And the,
pockets.
what's
and
the
look at
what's the
Sentinel.
river? What's the situation like? What's the bridge over?
It is over the Vanatarian River, which is a large rushing river. If you know like the Detroit River in terms of like size, it's about that big and that like ferocious. It's
Can't
pretty
swim
impressive.
across.
You
That's
can't
Oh,
swim
you
across
wouldn't,
it.
you wouldn't make it,
Oh.
bro.
But if
Oh.
you
If you
were
look
a
at the roll
monk, you
20,
could
if you look at the
water
roll
walk.
20, the water in the middle of the map,
Yeah.
that's the river.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna bump into the guard then. I'm gonna wait. And I'm gonna bump into the guard, and I'm going to try to take money from him.
Give me a sleight of hand check.
Oh, God. Even I'm not trying to pickpocket the guard. I'm just trying to lie.
And I am trying to get Sentinel to pay for me.
What was your roll there, Jamie?
16.
A 16. He does not notice you. You're able to kind
Wow.
of as he's talking with Darian and Darian's paying him. He kind of you slip your hand into his pocket and pluck out a silver piece, and you are able to produce it.
Yeah. No. I was just gonna bump into him, and then I'll be like, "Oh, sorry," and I'm gonna keep going, and I'll
Oh,
see if
okay.
he stops me to pay. He's talking to someone else. So I'm like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. My bad." And I'm gonna keep going.
No, he just lets you go.
Wait.
Hey, Sentinel, I seem to have misplaced my purse. You mind spotting me in this one?
And then Sentinel kind of pats himself and is like, I don't have any pockets. I was hoping you had something.
Nope, I'm all out.
He doesn't. He's...
Sorry, guys. Good luck with Gertie. And I'm just gonna turn around and start walking the other way.
I know
Arthur,
you
you're
have
not even
money.
gonna join.
No, I didn't pay the guard, so.
Okay. Darby, I have to see if he notices your
I'm just
illusion.
gonna flip him the coin.
He doesn't. He takes it and pockets it.
I'm walking across.
Sentinel
Alright, so-
hasn't paid either. Me and Sentinel are on the
Sentinel,
other
are
side,
you paying or no?
Yeah, when he
I'm not paying for
when
you guys.
Arthur turns around to leave, Sentinel turns around and pays the guard. He takes it out of his where he
Okay.
keeps his javelin and just flicks him a silver.
You know, the first time we crossed this bridge, I paid for every single one of you to cross. But no one ever remembers that. And then I'm
As
just
you
going
should
to.
have.
I'm going to.
I was a prince, and you
True.
should have paid for me. I
In
feel no. I
fairness,
feel
you
nothing.
didn't have to pay for me
I'm
this time.
going to walk up to the guard, and I'm going to say I'm going to point at our new friend and say that man didn't pay.
What? That man didn't pay. You there, sir. Stop where you are and pay the fee.
I would have been further down the road
Yes,
than
you're
that
just-
would have
you're
been
just
able to
continuing
happen.
on. The guard just puts his finger down and looks at you, Arthur, and goes,
I don't get paid enough for this shit.
Neither do I. I'm gonna pat him on the shoulder, and I'm just gonna try past him onto the bridge.
he holds you.
I'll be a silver, sir. I get paid enough for that shit.
I'm just gonna go, oh my god, and I'm gonna flick the guard a silver.
All right, you've been paid for Arthur.
Yeah, Arthur, all cheery now, just walks across the ridge.
He pulls his arm back and he looks at you, Arthur. He goes,
Oh,
Have a nice day, demon.
You too, sweetie. I'm gonna wink at him and blow him a little kiss.
"Ooh, does he get mad about that?"
ooh.
Wow, this guy's rolling just so nicely. He just lets you go. He doesn't give a shit. He doesn't get
Yep.
paid enough for this.
Okay.
So as you guys make your way across the bridge and take the time that it gets to wait in line, get across all that jazz, you are now on the eastern side of Bridgetown.
Okay.
On the wharf, before it's pretty beat up, roads are beat up. You can see kind of the shacks and stuff. Are you going right to Gertie's shack?
Yeah, probably.
All right, so takes you a few minutes, kind of get your bearings. Jamie, you're obviously following them since you're unfamiliar with this area. But you kind of have an idea who this Gertie is after their stories, and you arrive at Gertie's shack. I will say there is a large group of Vanitarian guard here. Before, weren't a whole lot of Bridgetown guards over here. This is kind of just like lawless almost in a way. Now, there is a lot of guard, and in some ways, the people almost seem not thrilled, but they're kind of like, well, things are a little more orderly, so I guess we'll deal with it for right now. You definitely get the air of a powder keg that's getting very, like when you were here before, was a powder keg ready to explode? Basically, the air is the keg exploded, and there's just soot and ash in the air right now.
Mm.
So you are outside the shack.
Yeah, I'm gonna knock.
If he doesn't.
What?
anyway.
Who's there? Who's there?
Well, we don't really have a name for ourselves. What would we say? Trying to think if there's.
Some old friends.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, I think I recognize that voice. Arthur and Darby.
And the others. But yes.
Pleasure.
The door opens, and before you see Foggin, who was the gentleman you saw on the crate who
Yep.
led you to Gertie originally.
We
Oh,
haven't
it's
sent
good
the
to
letter.
see you guys again. Back sooner than I anticipated. It's great. Good to see you. Come on in. Gertie would love to see you. Gertie, your
Gertie's
friends are
alive.
here.
Ooh.
Yep, so as you
That's
enter, Gertie,
good.
the dwarf maiden who has been kind of doing her things, is sitting at the table eating some lunch, and she goes, "Well, look at here. It's the lot of you. You're back alive from wherever y'all went off to. Good to see y'all."
Good to see you're alive.
Yes. Well, I guess you could say that. I kind of feel like I shouldn't be alive in a way, but I am.
We heard from a mutual, or not from a mutual friend, but friend that talks were going quite well before there was some sort of riot.
Yes, there was a riot. I was talking to Barry. Foggin was there. A couple other people from the guild was there. Those kind of things. Thought things were going really good. They were really opening up. They seemed to want to do something. I mean, I had Barry by the balls, you know. He couldn't really do too much to me now, could he? But some rabble rousers, crossed the bridge, began picking fights with the merchant boys on the other side. Huge brawl happened there on the western side, and there was some bad stuff. A couple people died from our end, several injuries on there, and 2 whole merchant shops burned down. Now the talks have imploded, and that letter that I sent off to Pregla, well, they came and answered, and unfortunately they arrived the day after that incident happened, so I lost all my clout since they think I'm the one that's responsible for it, and Barry's gained a slight upper hand again, and now the Vanetirian God has martial law over everything.
How convenient.
Yeah.
I think the exact same thing. And what's interesting enough is... What'd you say?
Sounds like how those people into work.
You're
You're really breaking up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're really breaking up, Matt.
Oh,
You got a case of
I'll
the
figure it out.
robotitis.
Yeah.
Let's try this.
That sounds much better.
Ooh.
I might have to jump off video for like 2 seconds.
That's fine.
I gotta break the layout for a moment. That's okay. Yeah, look at how broken it is. Yeah, now it's fixed. There you go.
Technical funness.
Yeah, I got
What did you say there, Jamie?
Technical glitch. I was gonna. What I said was that sounds like how those people would operate.
Yes, it does.
It's exactly how they'd operate.
I had Foggin gone down and kind of take a look at some things and try and figure out what he saw. And he got a name, a look at the people who started the riot, and he says he didn't recognize some of the people that were down there that were technically part of our side.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like. Is there anything that we could do? Anything, any wheels you need greasing for a little coin?
Not unless you want to go and talk to Princess Alma Vanatir and try and get her to listen to us a bit, but she was sent in by her brother to kind of maintain the situation here.
Well,
and now I feel like I'm over a rock and a hard place.
Oddly enough, we do have quite a few favors are owed us from the champion of Highwater, who actually
That
met
bitch?
to meet with. Yeah, she's meant to meet with the princess.
Well, I wouldn't pretty much give any skin to the champion of Highwater. Because you know why? She sits up there in her fancy floating city and doing her fancy floating city things, riding around Elyssia here. People praising her up the wazoo. She hasn't helped one of us. She helps them over there. She doesn't help us.
Well, maybe we can change that for you.
Well, if you're able to, I've already requested an audience with Princess Alma Vanatir, and I was told no, multiple times. Not by her, mind you, by her guard and escorts and all those people, but they told me no.
Well, she's too high and important to be talking to you lowly commoners.
Yeah.
Not
sure
high-
sounds
not-
like it.
Not high enough to be talking to Barry Silverhand, it appears. I've heard he's been in and out of her encampment, and she's been invited over to his mansion a few times. See where the pocketbooks are really greased.
Why don't we just go find a way for you to meet with her without you needing an appointment?
I mean, we could try it. I'm also in the mode of perhaps not wanting to poke the bear right now either. The Vanatir and God are already all over our case as much as they're all over the case of the merchants on
Yeah.
the other side.
Easiest
way I
way for her
kind
to
of-
get killed.
Kind of want to just let things lie for the moment and then try again at another time.
You gotta
Especially since we
remember,
know there was a hit out previously for her. All they need is one excuse to kill her.
and they clearly think she led the riot. So adding more violence and aggression to her case is only going to make it worse.
But if we can't get the ear of the champion, Darian here, his girlfriend is her assistant, so we can get a message in very quickly.
Yes.
Congratulations there, Mr. Kipps. Didn't know that you started dating.
I'm not dating anybody.
Is she the one that make you those fine little head antlers you got there? That little headpiece that you started wearing?
Yeah, it's not a headpiece. I'm gonna kind of like pull on one a little bit.
Oh. Fairy folk, then, I would assume. That's a curse right there. Fairy's curse.
Everyone keeps
Very
saying
curse,
that.
you say.
Well,
Hmm.
say hello to the missus for me, and if you have a wedding, be sure to invite me. I'd love to come, barring I'm still alive.
We'll try.
Yeah, I'll invite you to my wedding. It won't.
Things
Won't
happen
be-
fast.
Okay.
Don't
Let's
expect it
go.
anytime soon. It'll probably take about a year.
Moving on. Okay. Well, good
You-
to see you're alive, Gertie.
Live as
Well-
I can be.
We have a slight little detour out of town, real quick. But after that happens, we'll try and get you that meeting with the princess there.
Appreciate that. If I could get talking to Miss Vanatier, or sorry, Her Highness Vanatier, I think I could convince her. Little, East Side Bridgetown charm a bit, you know? Let her know what's going on.
I'm gonna give you and your dude a bit of advice though going forward.
Please.
Yeah, if you're wanted by assassins, probably do just maybe a second, third, maybe fourth check on some person you've never seen before just walking into your home.
Well, I know this lot pretty well, and they helped me out at first. They're the ones that uncovered the assassination plot.
This is true.
They just met me a couple days ago. They have no idea who I am.
Huh.
That's true. For all we know, you are the assassin.
Are you the assassin there, you?
No, but
Yeah.
Ah.
I just saying, if a random person shows up with someone I've known enough assassins to know that, yeah, this would have been a really, really, really short and easy hit for somebody to
Well,
accomplish.
I know their names. What's your name?
My name is Dr. Jamie Lee Watts. It's nice to meet you.
Oh, medical man. Good to meet you.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I came here because I heard there was some a need for some healer, but it looks like everybody's either gotten the help they needed or more or less been taken care of. So
Enough help that they could get, I guess. Trust
Yeah.
me, the healers went to the merchant side before they came to our side and started taking care of our ill and injured.
kind of figured that was the
Naturally.
case, sir.
It's quite disgusting.
Yep.
Oh, I agree.
I'll take your advice. Keep my doors safe as possible. Things have died down a bit since the guard arrived. Bit of a tension. But if you find yourself back here in Bridgetown, back on my side, swing on by then. Maybe see about getting that meeting for myself.
Sure thing.
See if you can't scrounge up a few coins for us. Make that meeting a little easier.
I'll see what I can do. All right. So anything else you'd like to ask Gertie, or anything you'd like to do with Gertie?
I'd like to stab her in the chest.
You're the
Ah!
assassin.
I'm the
Let's
assassin!
go.
You didn't know it! The big twist! I'm the villain! No, I got nothing.
Darby is immediately murdered by 4 other people, and then the game is
Yeah.
over. Campaign's done.
That's
New
it for Darby.
character.
Bad new character. Bye, guys. I don't know, man. I got a lot of good spells. I'll just hold person, sentinel, and then I'll just run.
All right. So what would everyone like to do now?
I think other than that, I think the only other thing we have to do is go to dinner with Mr.
Yeah.
Malik. But
Yeah, get the warlock stuff. Or the warlock, the
werewolf.
werewolf stuff.
All right.
Yeah.
So you guys head back to the western side. Again, you paid once for the day. You don't have to pay again. Return to Restorius potions and other oddities. There, Malik has prepared a roast fish dinner that has some vegetables and a couple potatoes. There's like a oven he's got in the back, and he's actually got the fish frying in a large iron skillet over an open flame. And you see Historia sitting up on a chair, her arms like over, like holding onto the oven, just leaning over, like salivating over like the fish as her tail is just wagging back and forth. And Malik quickly scolds her and tells her to get down before she burns herself or taints the food. And you guys eat. It's delicious, absolutely delicious.
Love good food.
Anything
Yeah.
you'd like to? And Malik has prepared 2 restoration potions that will be able to take care of the lycanthropy.
I'm gonna feed Peck, my mouse.
You will feed Peck your mouse.
You have a mouse?
Yes, I have a mouse. His name is Peck.
Oh. Well, that's cool. Hey, Peck.
A mouse.
Oh yeah, you can talk to animals. Peck is a mouse. It's not very smart. It won't be able to say a whole lot to you.
Well, no, I didn't even try using speak to animals. I just want to know where have you been keeping them?
In my pocket.
Yeah.
Where else would I keep it? Him.
Seems like a long time to keep a mouse in a pocket. Have we seen him when we were traveling before? I don't know. I feel like it's
I probably would have fed him while we were out.
I would assume so.
okay. Okay, so it's not that weird.
No.
Never mind.
Also, to Sentinel, the moment you arrived, Historia became no longer infatuated to food anymore, and she immediately jumps down and goes, "Big chicken's back!" And she buries her face in your chicken bosom.
No. I kneel down and with my beak I just kind of pluck out one feather and I hand it to her and I just like keep this safe.
Okay. She takes it and she looks at it and she starts waving it back and forth. I got a feather! And she starts running around and like waving the feather around.
I can't stop picturing Sentinel as a big bird with his long, lanky ass neck reaching down and like grabbing a feather.
Chicken Boo from
That's
freaking
our-
Animaniacs.
Yeah.
Anyways, Malik, you guys finish up eating and Malik has kind of packed up his stuff. Again, he's not really a fighter, so he's bringing with him 2 additional potions of healing. Either he can hold on to them and administer, or someone else can hold on to them and administer. I am leaving that up to the group.
I feel like he's not gonna be able to do much else. So
Yeah.
I would probably. I mean,
He will not be participating in combat. I am letting you know.
Yeah,
that.
I was just
He will
like,
not be
I
a
think
fighter.
I should take them.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
Oh,
gonna.
yeah,
I'm gonna
Of
like.
course.
Yeah, I'll take these from
What do you mean
yeah.
combat? They're not gonna be any combat. Werewolves are gonna just listen to us straight fold and take the medicine, and everything's gonna be great.
They're just regular potions of healing, you said? Because I'm gonna.
Yep.
up my
Two
quantity
regular
to-
potions of healing.
Boop, boop. Okay, sweet.
So he finishes that up, and he has everything he needs to leave. You guys are kind of headed out to the front door, and he turns to Historia, who's kind of following behind, and he crouches down and he goes, "Okay, Historia, I'm headed out for a little bit. I should be back by sometime in the morning. Now we know the rules. 1, you'll be a good girl. Yeah. 2, if old man Jenkins comes in here, you're not gonna offer him any more deals, any more savings, any of that. He's coming here a few times and he wants a discount, and I can't give it to him. Okay? 3, don't offer discounts to anyone. We're not doing discounts anymore. Okay? And
Discounts.
4, don't let any shady people in here. Just keep yourself safe, okay? Okay, I can do that. She immediately runs and jumps up into the counter and sits on it and just kind of starts kicking her feet. And Malik kind of turns to the party and goes, "Well, are we ready to head ourselves on out?"
As ready as I'll ever be.
I suppose.
Sure.
All right. As you begin making your way out, I'll say Malik kind of goes out like middle. You actually see him reach over and grab his open sign and flip it to closed, and then as he kind of shuffles his way on out.
Smart.
Well, let him do. I'm not gonna flip it.
So you guys leave through the western gate as you came in, and make your way into the forests to the north. Which, if you see on the map here, there are some forests to the north of you. It doesn't take more than a few hours to get up there. And I'm going to need survival rolls. Everyone, give me a survival check.
Woo.
Oh boy, my
Yikes.
not natural habitat.
18.
18.
Where are we traveling to?
I will also
Just
take
these
an
northern woods up here.
Okay.
6.
6.
Non-natural 20.
Nice.
big old 18.
4.
You said 4 from Sentinel, 18 from you, Darby?
Yep.
Awesome. So as you guys you enter the woods, Malik kind of gives like a general idea of where to go, and he's like, "Yeah, supposedly there is an abbey that was once in these parts. Chapel of some sorts that used to worship the goddess and whatnot.
Are
I've
there
heard they're
people
held
at
up
this
in-
abbey?
Don't you dare.
If you consider yes, if you consider werewolves people, yes, there are people.
Of course I
in the
do.
abbey.
They're people.
So,
They're wolf
that
people.
answers your question. I'm not 100% sure where it is, but I figured we could try and track them in some way, shape, or form. Since the werewolves have come around, I've heard they've tried to keep people as far away as they can from it.
And as you guys begin making your way, Darian,
Making your way.
Darby, and Jamie, you guys kind of start picking up on some different things that start signaling and edging you towards where this abbey might be. And finally, as you're traveling through the forest, you're making your way further into it. You just all of a sudden begin to hear a loud bang, 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 almost as like massive footsteps are charging like towards you. And I'm not talking like ogre footsteps. I'm talking about footsteps that might double the size of an ogre, just booking it for you guys.
Okay, I'm gonna try to like climb up a tree and see what's going on.
All right, Jamie, give me an athletics roll or acrobatics, your choice.
I just have a climb speed, second story work, so I can.
Oh
just...
yeah, that's right, you do. Thief.
Yeah.
Yep. So you just scamper
That's
your way
crazy.
up, and the moment you kind of get your way up into that tree, Jamie, you
Mhm.
see this massive, disgusting kind of creature charging towards the group. And I need to find the map I did this on. That's not it.
Yeah.
Which, where is that? Is it? Nope. Grr, I know that I picked a map here for this. I apologize, guys. Found it. So
There we go.
let me change this around a little bit because I have Prince Safarin on there and not Dr. Jamie.
Dr. Jamie Lee Watts. Such a catchy name.
It really is.
It is a
Thank
very
you.
catchy name.
I
Sure
put a lot of work into that. All those names are. I can talk about it later, but they're all from something. So it's like,
That's
Oh,
cool. So Jamie, as you climb your way up, this giant creature walks on two legs, looks kind of humanoid, but has like a bugging, bulged eye and a hunched back, and is carrying a giant club behind him, is charging forward and lets out like a curdling scream. It busts out into the clearing that you guys are in. So now all of you can kind of witness this large creature kind of just charging at you, but it's not charging at you to attack. For those of you that are combat oriented, it's very clearly fleeing. And as you look from the wood, you see three figures emerge, Gorgs, bearing armor and sigils of the Citadel. One with a large helmet placed upon his head and a huge lance that he wields within his hand, and he runs up to the creature and goes to block its path and kind of hisses at it. The creature, everyone give me a quick history check.
Ooh, I am not good at these. I got a many.
4.
I got a 12.
13.
13?
Oh, 16. Okay, I am good at
16?
these.
Sentinel?
That's a big boy.
16 as
Close.
well.
16, perfect. Sentinel, you'd be the one who would get this too. Sentinel, from your long time with the Gorgs, you recognize this creature as a fallen giant, a creature of myth and legend of the people that you grew up with. Obviously, there are no giants anymore in Elyssia. They have all died out and gone extinct. However, there are rumors and legends, tales of some that still remain in the world, long corrupted by Braska's magic, turning themselves into disgusting monstrosities that wander the world and attack and destroy things that are in their path. You are witnessing one of these fallen giants before you. Truly the last of the giant kind. But Sentinel, for you, there's something even more interesting that you recognize. For you recognize the sigils of the Citadel, and you recognize the helmet and lance before you. For the Gorg warrior that faces this lost giant head-on is none other than your dear friend, Doomland. And that is where we will end tonight's session.
Yay,
Wow.
Doomland!
I don't know who that is, but he sounds cool.
Doomland.
So he is hunting things into extinction, so maybe he's not that cool.
Well,
Very nice.
we'll
Yeah,
assess
yeah.
the situation next
Yeah,
week.
we'll figure it out next week.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give everyone their health back here too. So
Yes.
Thank you.
dying.
Ethan pulling out the Fomorians. That's awesome.
We are in it.